11/17. And I think the PlayStation is going to try to do the pre-orders right before Xbox, maybe a day before. I think they're going to try to steal that thunder.
Oh, really? Oh, damn. Yeah. ItalianClownz got some controversial little expectations there, but that
strong.
Yeah, no, that's. Oh shit! Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so before we go into it, because this was Asa put my foot in my own mouth by exposing what was our price prediction for the Xbox, which I got woefully wrong, which I'm glad about. I'm glad about that.
I wasn't. Can I just be? I think it's really important to address this right now, though. I was unaware that any of that was being made, and I just happened to go on Twitter that day. And when I saw the video of me going, yeah, but what could they possibly price the Xbox Series S? I don't know. And then the egg on the face animation is one of the best things I think I've ever seen with you. Like, because you know what? I thought about it as well, dude. I actually believed you were right. There was no way on this planet. There was no. I did. I was like, there was no way they're going to price it any lower than 300. I was with you. I was ready for an egg on my face, but you got thrown under the bus, man. You made the prediction, and turns out 250. So, yeah. Unbelievable. We're making memes, baby.
Damn. Hey, it's insane. It's insane that was a 250. I didn't predict that, but let's just quickly go in because we've got about 10 minutes before the show starts. Let's go in order of what I'm seeing. Asa, because you were so quick to throw that egg on my face, what are your predictions? And I'm going to remember this. What are your predictions for the PlayStation 5, the digital and the non-digital one?
Well, you're asking me for the price?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
You know, to be fair, I actually wish I'd said more commitment beforehand. For a long time, I've kind of thought that the digital edition is going to be $399 or £350. Reason being, I think that the PlayStation 4 Pro showed us that Sony set a price point and worked backwards from there, rather than building a machine and seeing what it should cost. So the PlayStation 4 released at that very specific price point was massively successful, and Sony did the same thing for the PlayStation 4 Pro. And my personal opinion of those consoles, the PlayStation 4 was a fantastic console for what it did as that base level console, and the PlayStation 4 Pro, I have one and I use it, but it was a miss as far as I'm concerned, because it was supposed to be a premium level console, and they targeted the same price point rather than really pushing the boat out like Microsoft did with the One X. And I was disappointed with the PlayStation 4 Pro by comparison. So I think the PlayStation 4 hit every box that it needed to and was fantastic for that. PlayStation 4 Pro, games-wise, is fine. Obviously, it's got the same catalogue as the PlayStation 4. Good console in that sense, but hardware spec, I think they were wrong to hit that price point. PlayStation 5, I expect they're going to aim for exactly the same price point because it's worked for them in the past.
So what's that for the digital?
Digital edition, $399, £350, and that's the interesting bit, because I think they will stick with that conversion for us here in the UK. So Microsoft's $300 console coming in at $250 in the UK. That was actually a surprise in itself, because normally if you see a $300 console, it's £300 over here, and we're used to it. It's not nice, but it's the way that that things are usually priced. So their Series S price in the UK is an absolute fantastic price for us.
£250. Hi, Dark CMF and Ains, thank you for joining. So you were saying 39. So sorry, was it 3?
Yeah, they're $399, £350 for the digital edition,
which is £50 more than £350. Did you say?
Yeah, I don't think they'll give us the same nice, generous ratio in the UK.
Yeah. Okay, and for the one with the disc drive?
One with the disc drive, I'd be surprised if they put it head to head against the Series X. I think they'll go some middle ground in between, $470 or something like that. What's your smirk for? It's your turn.
Okay. That's fair enough. You kind of froze there for us, so me and Sham were trying to figure out what you actually said.
Yeah, that's okay, cool, because that I didn't know if that was just me, because you made a really eloquent point that stopped, and we all went. But the problem is, at the end of it, you were like, right? And we had to all pretend that, what you said.
I
don't know what you said.
The good
Call
news
it a
is I don't think it
399.
did freeze on the stream either. So you just
Oh,
just
you
nod.
know what's
just
great
nod.
now is if you committed to price while it was frozen for just us, you could now say you said the exact right price forever.
Apart for it being recorded on YouTube, I could, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
JT, what are your price predictions on this?
Well, I unfortunately made a very committed prediction in our previous discussion about price, and I'm going to stick with it for the sake of A, consistency, and B, any potential fried eggs on my face. So I said originally, and I stand by this, I do think, given the success they've had this generation, given the IP that they have, and the goodwill going into PS5, I think they're going to shoot for $499 for the top end, the disc drive PS5, and then $399 for the digital. Because I think they win out on that because
Is that pounds or dollars or both?
I think it's going to be the same. I think it's going to match. You know, like we've had in the past where like prices have matched. Where again, as Ace has said, it's so surprising that Xbox for the UK certainly gave such a good deal for that in terms of that conversion.
Yeah.
But I think precisely because the PS5 and PS5 digital are actually the same spec, I think they could then make that digital edition at $399 very attractive. But then still cater for that top end with the 4K drive, and then have the Series X sandwiched in the middle of that. Again, ridiculous $449. I actually thought that was a great price. I know we haven't really discussed that.
Insane price.
But yeah, but $449 for the Series X was a ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's very few.
Was that just a quick fact check on me here? Was the One X $449 when it launched?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember.
I think it was.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, just interesting that's you compare it again, even with inflation, even with the generation moving on, you're getting like a console that's like 3 times the hardware and it's the same price. Just bonkers.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking $499 and $399.
$449 and $399. Dodge Knight says, "Oh my God, Gaz, you need a beard. I shaved by mistake. I know I look weird. Don't."
You need a beard. What an amazing sentence to clip out.
He's right. He's absolutely right. Speaking of beards, clowns. What are your price predictions for the PlayStation 5?
Nice segue.
I think that it's going to be $399 for the digital edition, and I think $499 for the one with the disc drive. But if since Xbox lowered the price, I guess for you guys in the UK with the S. I wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation tried a tactic like that for a limited time at launch.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a limited pricing out of the gate. Interesting. Okay.
That'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
Asa, what's the ETA on the show? Do you know?
Wow, we've got 5 minutes. It is playing on the stream at the moment. The PlayStation just have their symbols going back and forth. They've not got a strict timer for us. But
So I'm using from the PlayStation's official YouTube channel, the English showcase. That's the one I'm going to.
Exactly. Yeah, same here. So hopefully we'll all be nicely synced up, but we won't be. It's just
yeah, it never happens, but it's the only way really to kind of do it. But yeah, so in terms of the showcase itself, are you guys expecting just because it's 40? How long is the show? 45 minutes? 40 minutes?
That's about right. Yeah.
So I'm expecting some sauce from PlayStation, some dank sauce in the form of some games, and I think they will show something. Clowns, what do you think? Do you expect them to show some stuff? And do you have an idea what that could be?
I really think that right now they're going to keep reiterating the stuff that they have shown in the past, like Ratchet and Clank. And I do think that they're going to show maybe some indies that we haven't seen yet. Yeah. It would be nice if they tease something new with the PSVR. I would like to see something like that. Other than that, I think it's going to be pretty much their mainstay titles that they're working on, and maybe another 15 seconds of fame for Godfall.
Yeah. Sorry, your voice is coming out first. Godfall, I think that will definitely make an appearance because it's been a regular appearance. It was the first PlayStation 5 game we ever bought, so I think that's almost a given. But I think if we see a God of War, a little sneak peek of God of War,
don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't even pretend that might be a thing, because if it is, then I'm buying a PS5 this year.
Well, it's mate. Studio Santa Monica, but surely I've had some time to be working on the next gen one, so I'm sure they will have something. But you know, I'm expecting Sony to drop some bombs. 45 minutes. They can't just be talking about price. There's got to be something else in there. So I think Clownz is right with his prediction. I think that's pretty spot on, kind of what we can expect. JT, what about yourself? Like, is there any particular game that you think is going to be shown, or you'd like to?
I'm not buying into the Uncharted rumors that have been going around. I don't think we see Uncharted today. I think that's something they would want to save in like a year into the PS5's life cycle as like a big hit to kind of get people interested. So I don't think we see that. I think we're more likely to see something like Last of Us Part 2's. Yeah. Oh, Christ, yeah. I can't wait. The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer. Something from Naughty Dog. I think we, A, could see, and B, would be huge for me personally, because I'm a massive fan of that series.
The Last of Us 2-part multiplayer is actually quite an interesting one, because that doesn't really fit the PlayStation 5 showcase event, because that would be a cross-gen title, isn't it? And they've quite clearly said that they believe in generations, and so to show that, well, unless they don't release it on PlayStation 5.
Well, this is the thing. That's making the assumption that it is going to be cross-gen. I mean, what great way to get people interested is if they make the multiplayer a PS5 title, and then alongside that announcement, say Part 2 remastered on PS5.
Yeah.
I think that would be massive, and I think there's a chance we could see that.
Do you know what's interesting with the thing with a potential Last of Us Part 2 remastered or enhanced or whatever they want to call it, is they'll struggle to differentiate it from the current version and make it look really good. Because it looks good now.
Because the current version already looks ridiculous. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you should buy this new console because it's got this game that looks really good but looked really good before, but buy it anyway again.
Yeah, and it's falling into the trap of the Microsoft cross-gen problem, right? But and then I think if you announce Factions 2 multiplayer as part of a Last of Us Part 2 remastered collection, then suddenly that remastered thing has value. So you then have a remaster, and of course there were rumors that they were going to go back to the original Last of Us and bring it back and update those graphics. So then if some kind of collection would be a great way of justifying attaching the multiplayer to that.
Yeah.
I think that's possible. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I actually really hope we don't just see another Spider-Man trailer,
Well, that's what Christian White, thank you for the comments, is saying, that he's saying he's expecting Spider-Man Miles Morales gameplay, which, to be honest, we haven't really seen that much, so that would be good. God of War 2 reveal, which is the big one. Horizon Zero Dawn gameplay, maybe, and Parappa the Rapper remaster. All solid choices. He's playing it very safe.
Parappa the Rapper is not playing it safe. That is a system seller, sir. And don't you forget it. But I actually think this is a problem they've had up to this point, because of the extended radio silence, and then when they did have their event, they showed expected sequels and interesting non-exclusives, because a lot of those indie games are only either timed exclusives or still multi-platform. Yeah. So I think they really do need to show like a big surprising new IP, and that would really capture attention.
Oh, guys, we've got showtime.
The show's starting.
So,
I think we're launching.
For everybody that is watching, as trailers come on, we'll blow them up full screen. We'll be nice and quiet. You'll get all the good stuff, and then stay with us. And at the end of the show, we'll break it down. Straight into big screen. Here we go.
Each time I awake, this planet seems somehow different.
Where are we?
You see things others can't.
This is the power that flows through this land. Yet you do not fully understand it.
Guys, you can't hear the TV and all this, can you?
No, we can hear you. They'd be quiet.
There's Stray. Stray's the game I care about.
Oh, gee! Here we go. I'm so hyped.
Oh, controversial start.
Captured on PC, emulating the what? You can't do that at the start of the show. What the fuck?
Now everyone
Oh,
that yelled
wow.
everyone that yelled about Series X not showing gameplay can shut up now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, man. You can't hold this to the same account.
You all know
This
the
is
target.
bull. Yo, where is
Shiva's
it?
dominant. And only the dominant. How do we even know the girl
Final
will be
Fantasy.
a mother?
Yeah.
Our kind do not question orders, we follow them. Sergeant, let's summon their icon.
Does the captured on PC thing suggest that we're going to be seeing a lot more cross platform stuff from them?
You said it.
Our foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily. This will be a bitter fight.
Always look like boy bands.
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this. Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
We can still slightly hear yours now,
I am
Gaz.
Joshua's
Oh
shield.
shit! I actually put it down. Trust.
I'm sworn to protect him.
What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your sword to our cause?
What does it matter? It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders.
It obviously looks really creative, but I don't think this looks like anything a PS4 can run.
Mate, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, and you've just started by showing like it's PC fidelity.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. PC emulated.
Yeah. So that was my point. Is do we think we're about to see a lot more like this game is also on PC as well as PS5?
Imperial Vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
I just mean as a showcase of next gen. I don't know if this is the way you start the show.
It just started, Duke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not the way you start the show.
You just upset every PS5 fanboy out there.
Yes, I'm so sorry. All those people that are waiting for my view.
I'm not a big Final Fantasy fan though. I wish they would have started out with like a Ratchet and Clank or something.
I suppose this is a massive fan base they are appealing to, though. To be fair,
Well, it is, yeah.
this will be a huge deal for like a lot of people, even though it's not you and me. Like it's yeah.
Has shaped our history.
I love every Japanese developed game always has exciting narration headlines in every part of the trailer. It's, something happened to my family. I love it now.
Someone's saying, "Don't talk over the trailer." Okay.
Sorry.
no, that's not me.
It's the last thing I do.
Final Fantasy what? 16. PlayStation console exclusive. This is it. They're starting money hatting already. Woo!
Also available on PC. There we
In
go.
very tiny writing.
I said it. I called it.
Yeah, but
You
that's a
did.
third-party money hat because they're the console.
Yeah, but it's not a console exclusive.
Yeah, it's a dick move because this is what they were talking about. That they were, and I think we'll see more of this now. Let's see. What the hell is
Yeah.
this?
And again, this is people getting Microsoft shit for this. Being across, why would I buy an Xbox then? Well, that's not the point. You can play on any platform.
Exactly. Oh shit! All cinematic you're about to see from this point onwards has been there we go. Has been captured on PlayStation 5.
Okay.
So that's fine. I can live with Final Fantasy being on PC. That's screw it. Now is the real source.
It's too cold to change out here.
Oh,
And then they show like Knack 3.
Dang, I'm late for Mom's rally.
Is that ray tracing?
Subway card. Check. You got the house key?
Yeah, I got it.
Come on! We're gonna be late! Hey! Dude, I am so filling your suit with snow. Are you still wearing your suit?
Yeah, you know, just in case.
It's gonna be fine. See, this is my favorite part of living in Harlem. Pop-up street fair, best food in the city, awesome music.
Man, this would be great for the last beat I was working on. I should get back into mixing.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Stunning visually.
What do you think about Rio Morales? You gonna vote for her?
It's still hard to think of Mom as a politician. She's been a teacher my whole life.
Similar skill sets, right? Corralling people, educating them, making sure they don't throw things at each other.
Hi, I'm Brian Horton, Creative Director at Insomniac Games. We're excited to show you this first look at gameplay from Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Our story picks up 1 year after the events of the first game, and we find Miles' new home, Harlem, is in danger. Trouble brews while Miles' mom, Rio Morales, leads an election rally. A war between the devious energy corporation Roxxon and the Underground. A high-tech criminal army led by the Tinkerer starts to break out. In this gameplay sequence, captured on PlayStation 5 hardware, the Underground attacks Roxxon, sending the rally into chaos in a fight that spills onto the Braithwaite Bridge, where the Underground tries to steal Roxxon's experimental energy source, Newform. Let's take a look.
Go, go, go! Stop!
Whoa! Let's not shoot each other, all right?
We're after the new form. Ignore everything else. Get rid of him. Then grab as much as you can carry. Keep him busy.
That bridge is coming down! I have to stop this! People are trapped over there! I have to push past these guys! Where is he? Kill you! Don't let him shot you! Help! Help! No!
Thank you.
Man! Those people! They're trapped! I've got an idea. I need something they can cross. No! I can stop this! Just a little closer!
It looks good, but it looks like Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're 100% right on that. I mean, it looks like the same template that they use for, Spider-Man on PS4, but I love Spider-Man, so
yeah.
I think it's a great that's a great example of quality animation, the destructibility. But you're right, it's kind of, for me, I'm like, when I one day buy a PS5, that'd be a great game to play, but it's not making me go, I have to have this day one. That's what I think is missing so far.
He's gonna need more than DLC for that. Ooh,
right. I love every trailer just begins with you going, shit.
I don't agree, by the way, for the PlayStation fans. I'm well hyped for that. It's not like a massively negative panel, I promise.
Magic, both beautiful and powerful, binds together our long history. That common bond we share is the legacy of Hogwarts.
My fiance will be very excited for this. She's all over Harry Potter. She's gonna go mental for this.
It is time to
I just hope
your
that
own story
this is not
to these
exclusive.
hallowed halls. And
I can't imagine it will. It's too big of a license, I think. If they got this as an exclusive, then
yeah.
Every corridor, every portrait, every stone in this castle tells the story. Witches and wizards
Wingardium
who
Leviosa.
came before. Here you will meet lifelong friends.
I actually thought that was like, I thought you'd opened a video. That
In the
voice.
classrooms of the world's most talented professors. And while your journey begins at Hogwarts, brewing potions, taming fantastic beasts, and mastering spells, there is a larger world beyond these walls. A world filled with dangers you can't yet imagine. An ancient knowledge long gone from this world. That strange and mysterious talent you possess may be the key to unlocking this dormant power. Your potential is limitless. But what form will it take? The journey ahead will reveal what you stand for. The choices you make now will define the legacy of Hogwarts.
Okay. Is anyone on this panel is interested in that game? That you can just leave now. No, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, I read the Harry Potter books.
I couldn't care less about Harry Potter, but that's going to be massive, and that's probably going to come out before Fable. So if it's a PlayStation, if it's got any kind of PlayStation exclusivity, that's very smart.
They didn't say that. They didn't say...
No, it's not mentioned, but yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Dan Vondrak, Creative Director at Raven. One of our goals as developers is to bring the game world to life unlike anything you've ever experienced, and the PlayStation 5 is making that happen. With the power of the new console, we've been able to significantly enhance the overall
Wonder
experience.
what kind of exclusive
From what
we're
you
gonna
see
have
in the
with Call of
world, how
Duty
it
this
feels in your
generation.
hands, to what you
Map
hear
packs
around
again.
you. In Black Ops Cold War, you will be transported to the year 1981, in the middle of one of the most dangerous times the world has ever known, the height of the Cold War.
I think it's their
The following is a portion of the first campaign mission where you've been given the name of a high-value target
I'm
linked to the
headphones,
Iran
so-
hostage crisis. But in true Black Ops style, nothing is as it seems. Take a look.
Kasim is out of the picture.
How long before we get Arash?
The team arrived in Turkey a few hours ago. They should be in position shortly.
Airfield's just up ahead. Let's go find this shithead.
Priority is to ID Arash before things go hot.
God, this looks ridiculous visually.
It looks sick, but so does Modern Warfare, you know, on PC.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah, it looks,
Yeah.
but it looks mad. This looks mad. It looked better on Xbox than that movie. Yeah, what?
Well, and I'm one of 12 people that actually like the campaigns.
Incoming truck, left side.
Arash might be in the truck.
I can't make out his face yet.
I don't want to
The fuck? Just iced everyone in a truck. That's gotta be Arash.
Hold fire. We need a positive ID. That's our man. Take him out.
Shit! We missed!
That's it.
Damn! Can't let him get away!
Oh, cool.
Get to that truck! Get in! We can catch him!
Jesus.
We can catch him! Come on, get in!
Great animation.
I hate hit markers in single player games.
We're not done yet! Mason, deploy the RC! It's what's part of the plan!
Let's go.
Get ready!
Great trailer. Great trailer. They did a. That was
We hope you
really
enjoyed
well
that
done, I
sneak
think.
peek at the campaign
Yeah,
for
I
Black
gotta
Ops
agree.
Cold War. There are many
Hope
more
the
twists and
single-player
turns along the
campaign is,
way
like,
as you
you
begin to
know,
unravel the
a
truth,
little bit
and we
longer
can't
than
wait
the
for you to
last
play
few.
it soon. In addition to the
traditionally
story
it's always
campaign,
quite short,
Cold War
isn't it?
features
But
the next
Black
generation
Ops
of
normally are pretty
multiplayer
good in
online
terms of, like,
combat
value.
and an all-new awesome zombies experience.
Yeah.
Today, I have the special honor to announce on behalf of my friends at Treyarch that the PlayStation community doesn't have to wait to play multiplayer. Starting this Friday, PlayStation players will be able to play the multiplayer alpha exclusively on PlayStation 4. And for those of you that are watching at home on your PS4, you can preload the experience starting tomorrow.
What?
We can't wait to see you online Friday and through the weekend. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yo, that is so lame, man. Stop money hatting hard. That's just to cut off the blood. So lame.
What was the second game they showed? It was Final Fantasy, and then what?
Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
It was Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah.
JT taking notes. Yeah, but that's stupid. What about COD? Never mind. Let's see next.
And then it was Harry Potter, wasn't it?
Yep. I wonder if Harry Potter is going to be like a Elder Scrolls kind of game.
Oh shit! What is this?
Come on, move! Chris? What the hell?
Oh, Resident Evil.
Take him away.
In life and in death, we give glory. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again.
Mia.
Quit being so paranoid. Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence, the bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
And in death, we give glory. Mother Miranda.
It's just a local tale.
Resident Evil 8.
Can I pre-order the 8-age edition of that? No, with extra 8.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
What?
2021.
2021, homie.
That's the first time I actually sat through enough of that to watch the trailer.
Yeah. I'm playing 7.
I'm gutted that this has been delayed. Because Deathloop, I'm really excited for this. And
yeah, I've seen it before. Yeah, this looks cool.
I just love Arcane, the Dishonored developers.
You want out of a time loop? You gotta learn how it works.
Oh damn, this looks good.
Black Reef is a puzzle, and each visionary is a different piece. Here's Eagle.
I am a respected scientist.
I've done so many loops, I've learned to run circles around him.
Hey, over here! I'm coming for you!
Yeah, but this is Dishonored and Prey had a baby.
Yeah, Dishonored and Prey, yeah.
And both, by the way, both Arcane developers.
I am trying to focus, you son of a bitch!
I've tried taking my targets out one by one more than I can remember, but there is never enough time. I go after one, another lives. Because right now, half an island away, a different visionary is throwing his nightly cannibal masquerade. Alexis Dorsey.
Everybody shut up! This is my jam.
Igor's a big fan, yet somehow he never makes it to the party. Something keeps him home.
Colt, you there?
They've got
buddy?
15 minutes left. They've kind of padded this out. I'm sure they'll show the price and some megatons.
He made some kind of scientific breakthrough that morning.
I hope so, because it's been really, really good third-party games.
Daddy makes every move.
Yeah.
Unless
I mean, again, this was price reveal, so it's not bad for that.
Is it a price reveal? Are we sure?
Yeah. It better be. Oh my god, can you imagine?
Get ready for an egg.
Yeah, watch, they just fooled everybody, right?
Yeah, can you imagine?
But as a PlayStation 5 showcase, that's what it's called, right? I don't know if this is showcasing why you have to buy this console over another one, or PC.
That's actually a really good point. We don't have... Yes. They will show it. I'm telling you now. Calling it. Egg on my face, wrist. They will show it. Oh.
You saved yourself a fried egg.
Yes. Saved myself a fried egg.
God, this looks fantastic.
This looks sick.
But again, so this is a timed exclusive for PlayStation. They're getting it for a year.
That's so lame. Stop doing that, Sony shit.
I know.
Yeah, they just throw money around like crazy.
One of them
Yeah, well,
Microsoft do it too, though. Like Titanfall back in the day,
and they got billed for it.
Is this a offline game? It's like that.
Yeah, but it's got like an asymmetric multiplayer in it, where this chick, that's another player. She can hunt, you can invade people's games and hunt them.
That's pretty cool.
And if you turn it off, you get hunted by AI. It's very clever. It's a game invasion mechanic, basically. Oh, quarter 2.
That is pretty cool.
Quarter 2, okay. Console exclusive.
Also available on PC. Seriously.
Yeah, well, console exclusive means that. That's not a problem. It's just the fact that...
Yeah, I know. You're right, it does mean that. It's like, but people give Xbox shit for doing it, and it's like...
Well, they don't do that much now. Sony been money hunting all of this gen, like real hard, apart from like at the start when Microsoft needed to do Tomb Raider and Titanfall. But then Sony have been ramping on it. Let's see. This is it. This is the big one. What is it? Capcom.
That guy is real ray tracing.
If our positions were
Is it? Is it?
Would our
It looks puddle gate right there.
Puddle gate.
Would I have your life
Oh, Prince of Persia.
and your mind?
No. Devil May Cry.
Yeah, Devil May Cry.
I'm still going Prince of Persia. I don't care about the title screen.
This is a Prince of Persia. This is just a update, isn't it?
Special edition.
Yeah.
Loved, Devil May Cry 5. Such a good game.
Kneel before me.
Are you guys interested in this? Nah, JT's like, man.
Not particularly.
Yeah, it's not something that I've ever gotten into.
Yeah, I mean, I played it. No, because of Project xCloud when it was like in beta, I actually completed it in transit while I was on. Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have played it. So that, and I really got into it.
I didn't realize that you played the you got into the preview. So did I, and I thought xCloud was like it's ridiculous. I think Stadia's gonna really struggle now it's out of beta.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just
really? And this is a game I wouldn't have played if it wasn't on Game Pass or xCloud. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would be more willing to try this because I know it's a Game Pass thing.
Yeah.
And I've done that for so many games. So many games I've given a shot where I may have been a bit snobbish and ignored them.
Yeah. Time is money, isn't it? Like, all this stuff costs money. But playing on xCloud while I'm on the train on the way home, it's sick.
So cool, man. That's great.
Devil May Cry.
So we've got 10 minutes, maybe?
I'm waiting for this price, man. I'm just
yeah.
My eyes are glued to the screen.
I'm not. I'm out of here. See you later. End stream.
You did like a hard Brexit on your own stream. We're done. No deal. We're leaving.
Oddworld. Okay, another Oddworld.
Which is another multi-platform game.
What are they doing?
Yeah, which might be a time.
Those fugitive
shit.
morons burn down their own hideout?
It sounds idiotic, but
Again, my missus is going to be all
exactly
over this.
what
She
it
fucking
looks
loves
like.
Oddworld.
Bad Guama for
It is
burning
16.
down my farm.
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, creative director of Oddworld Soulstorm. And we're excited to bring you an all-new exclusive trailer from the game. Here, our unlikely hero, Abe, finds himself fresh off the back of freeing his people from the nefarious Rupture Farms. He thinks the journey is over, but soon discovers it has only just begun. The stakes are higher, the threats are larger, the obstacles are more devious, and it's all made possible by the power of PlayStation 5. Enjoy.
I just occasionally look at Jay Tee's face because he doesn't know that. We're looking at this weird.
Gaz has missed all of this joke so far. He's just been looking at you, JT.
What? But just face reactions.
You know, there's other reactions.
Yeah, you're supposed to keep that neutral face. Right?
Sorry, I do. Well, what I'm gonna do now is that every few minutes you'll look back at me and I'll be like this, like
Get away from us again.
something to make you laugh.
Are we all muted? Oh, good.
You should say like wild price guesses and then no one would.
Sandwich,
Oh,
right?
don't
Let's
eat
get out
stuff.
of here. Come on, let's get out of here. My tummy's growling. I'm hungry.
So that particular only possible on PlayStation 5 game is also coming out on Switch, right?
Yeah, it's not on PC, right?
Yeah. The padding in the oh, okay.
I'm looking at the branding of this, like PlayStation 5 Showcase.
Yeah.
Is there any game that's been purely console exclusive?
I mean, those games are they're both timed exclusivity for like.
But timed is. But I'm talking about just.
Final Fantasy might be a full time.
Is it and on PC?
And PC. No, there's no full. Apart from Spider-Man.
Is your stream still going, or have you got the spinny circle?
Mine's going. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's still going.
One moment.
It won't happen again.
Yeah, yours is fucked.
It's alright, we're back.
It's been such a difficult
Don't worry,
day
guys, we're
for
back.
all
We're
of
back.
us. Why don't you come out and we can
You didn't
play
miss
a game
anything.
together?
From the start.
From the start. Apart from us. That's what you're doing.
You said he wanted to quit.
It was just a glitch.
Ray trace reflection.
Gregory, be still. I think she's found us.
What is it?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's? Yeah.
Bug snaps. Five Nights at Freddy's. Security breach. That's a weird name for a game. Wait, what? Is that it? Okay.
And they're like, and it's £500. Okay, bye. Yeah, I just think the branding of this thing, like PlayStation 5 Showcase, I don't think they're showing off why you need to buy this day one. They're just showing, like Xbox.
It's coming. Look, here we go. PlayStation Studio. Here's the source.
Okay.
Demon Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demon.
Yeah, it's got to be it.
Said that before you came.
Now shit.
Do you think this is a launch title?
That would be sick.
I do. I think it will be.
But again, I will play devil's advocate on this. It's a remake. Their big title is a remake, and then the other one is Spider-Man. It's like a DLC style thing. I don't know.
Yeah. That looks sick.
Afterwards, let's talk about it afterwards.
So I'm out now. I'll go back to faces.
That is good.
Yeah. I'd love that. That looks sick. Shit.
Bluepoint are ridiculous. They're such a good developer.
This looks so good, man. I haven't played the first Demon's Souls, so I'm actually really excited for this.
That Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Bluepoint, maybe.
Yeah, man.
That's an interesting one though. When you talk about it being a remake, it's a remake of a Souls game that was a Souls game before the genre really exploded. So I'm sure it's going to have a lot of people interested.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting it. This is big.
I like these games, but I get so mad at them.
Yeah.
Oh, the anger is real.
Yeah.
The Bloodborne, particularly for me, was like, I think I aged 10 years playing it.
I haven't. I never played it yet.
It's good. Once you commit to it, it's sick.
But you might lose your beard.
The beard will turn white.
Just from stress.
This looks sick.
My PlayStation stream just froze.
Oh shit.
Is it still going for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still Demon's Souls, we'll tell you. Let us know when you're back.
It's back.
No. Z-Zip! They've turned the UI off, haven't they? This looks so good, man. Demon's Souls has been such a... I'm actually really hyped for it. When is it coming out? They need a release date. Launch.
No date.
No date. Oh, so it's coming.
That's not launched then, is it? That's going to be next year.
Shit.
We've probably got one more then. It's 22.
Oh, shit. Now, yeah, I'll tell you, look, I'm calling it now to reverse the egg on my face. They're going to show the price, and then Jim Ryan's going to come on, he's going to show the price, and then they'll say, oh, and one more game. That's what's going to happen.
No, they're going to end with Fortnite.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit.
like he planned it. Nice of you with your scheduling. Jesus.
I'm just waiting for them to stay and pre-order start tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can buy it right now.
Yeah, that would be nice, right?
I would love that. That would actually be a killer move.
That cannot be their one more thing.
Coming to PlayStation 5.
Yeah. In fact, there's still 5 minutes left, even though they had another trailer.
Animation is changing. The PlayStation Plus collection. No one gives a shit about PlayStation.
Wow, if they're changing PlayStation Plus into something less rubbish, then I care. But
if they bundle PS Now with it,
yes,
then Game Pass has the challenger.
Oh yeah, oh shit. New PlayStation Plus benefit for PlayStation 5. Oh shit.
Can you give something that big?
It's a PS1 town.
Monster Hunter World.
Is this how they're handling backwards compatibility? These are all PS4 games.
Yeah. These are all like first party.
My name is Marcus.
PlayStation 4 titles.
My name
yeah.
is
Not everything.
Oh, alright. Exclusive. Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1? Weird.
That's the latest one. That's cool.
Yeah, I know. Get to the point, PlayStation.
Yeah, this is old game.
It's time.
That's cool. PlayStation Now Connect. Plus Connect. So what's that? More combat. God of War again. Right, Last Guardian. More Combat X, Until Dawn. Enjoy selection of on your PlayStation 5 at launch.
Okay. So those PS4 games will be free to someone with a subscription if you buy a PS5.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. That's actually really good. There's just like a halfway house between Xbox Game Pass and what it is now. Like,
yeah,
really,
with some third parties sprinkled in. And no one gives a shit about because it's too long for Battlefield 1 game. I'm sorry, I'm calling it that. That did not get me excited. Here it is, the price reveal. Like, this is it. It's happening now.
Or it's one really big logo.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it costs. We have to piece it together from a puzzle.
Moby's messages get deleted on chat if they use this cap or something. Or for me anyway.
Oh, yeah, probably. I'll turn that off at some point. My bad.
Here we go. The show is
It's so ugly when it's lying horizontal. It really doesn't look good on its side.
I really do just
well,
like...
it does. Yeah, it does look like a Virgin Media Wi-Fi router, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a Barry Boy, like Chav Persia 206 to me. I just don't like it. I know some people like it. And it's very subjective.
Here we go, price, come on.
Oh, the price is coming. Oh, 499 and 3.
Look on the full.
449, they matched it and 360. So that was what you said. Oh shit, we done it. We got it, boys. The price is there. And now they're going to show us
449, 449 and 349.
Oh, here we go.
Thank you all for joining us today and for being part of this amazing journey. It's your passion as fans of gaming that drives us to deliver a truly new generation of experiences on PS5. From everyone at PlayStation, we appreciate your continued support, and we look forward to you getting your hands on PS5 very soon.
Why have they given him that weird blue light on his head?
Let me leave you with one more quick look.
There you go, one more quick look. I called it. Reverse that egg on my face. Horizon Zero Dawn. Boom.
You don't get to reverse the egg,
but then
sorry.
Fortnite happened. Don't you dare be Last of Us Part 2. Multiplayer.
It's going to be Horizon. It's going to be Horizon.
Oh, it's got a... It's got a war!
Oh, wait, what? God of War. No. It is God of War. Oh, shit!
Ragnarok.
God of War, Ragnarok. Yeah. Oh,
when this comes out, I'll buy a PS5.
I said it on Twitter. I said if they show God of War.
Prepare yourself.
Okay, this is gonna look sick. Ragnarok. Pulled the name out. Jeez. It's coming. You better show gameplay, bro.
They don't show game.
They won't.
No way.
They don't have to.
That'd be stupid if they don't show gameplay. 2021? That's sick.
They're not showing anything.
Well, they showed the date, but it's coming 2021. That's sick. But you have to show gameplay for games coming next year. What?
Do we think then, if God of War is out next year, that's got to mean Horizon's further out, right?
Well, unless they look at both at the same time. That's insane. Oh shit.
I think Horizon's further away than people think. I think that's 2022. Oh, all right.
God of War 2021 is sick. All right, so yeah, what do you guys? So okay, let's go in sequence.
Well, the trailer's still loud at the moment, so
oh,
rather than go in sequence now, you might have to wait until the trailer's finished.
Why is that game interesting?
Did they say one week of pre-order? I missed that part.
Oh, did it say that?
Yeah, completely. They only put out like.
I don't think they had a pre-order date on it.
I don't think they have.
Whoa, Dark CMF, take that back.
What did he say?
He said, well done, Gaz.
Yeah. I called it, man.
What did you call?
I said price in one big game, but they didn't show it, but they talked about it.
You call that doesn't count as anything, Gaz.
It does.
Sit
Look, Dark
down.
Skin, yeah. Look, Dark Skin, that gave me problems. That's all I care about. So it's a 449, and so they matched the Xbox Series X. So Xbox Series X, Microsoft forced them to charge that price because for a fact they were looking to charge higher. They reacted straight away, and $399 is not bad for the digital version.
That's 360. I see 360.
Oh,
359.99.
Yeah. What the fucking prices again?
I think that's what I think. I saw
yeah.
450, and then 360. I think.
Yeah. So yeah, that.
It was 359 in the UK.
359 in the UK.
Which is a strange one, but
It was fine if you want to be pedantic. It was 359.99.
yeah. I didn't want to be pedantic, but
That's still sick.
But it happened.
Just like 360, that's not bad for a digital only one, but still, fully would, other than the disc drive.
It's more than £100 more.
It's £100 more than obviously the S, but that's considerably weaker. Whereas the X is priced the same as the PlayStation 5 with the full bells and whistles, and it's more powerful. So they strained to match the price.
Yeah, I think especially with that €4.99 as well.
Not bad at all.
In there.
So,
I buy my games digitally, so for me that's sick.
so all of you that are watching at the moment, we're going to spend a little bit of time going over the show, talking about what we've seen there. If there's anything that that you particularly think about it or want to talk about, drop it in the chat. We'll get to it.
Yeah. So let us know what you think. JT, what were your impressions of that show before I go and ask the clowns?
I think there are two questions there that can answer your thought. As a showcase of really cool looking games, thumbs up from me, man. I thought that there was some stuff in there like Deathloop. I thought Resident Evil had a great trailer. Black Ops had a great trailer. Demon Souls would have been. It's definitely I can see why that will resonate, even if it's not personally for me. I thought Spider-Man actually did show very well, but I think as a showcase as to why we should rush out and buy this box, because Sony, as we've all discussed, Sony are all about the making the jump to the next gen. I don't think they've done a good job of justifying that leap just yet. I think there's cool stuff on the way. I will very much look forward to buying my digital edition PS5 in 2021.
But saying that then, JT, so you say Sony haven't done enough. You think that Microsoft have done enough relative to what Sony have offered there? Of Microsoft giving you something more to look forward to?
So there's two parts to that. It's relative to the broader audience and relative to myself. I am way more excited about playing stuff like Gears Tactics, the Medium, Flight Sim, and they are console exclusives on Series X than I am about playing Miles Morales on PS5. Because as of right now, that's still all we know. So I think when you throw in the value of Game Pass on top of that, I think they have done a better job of making that upgrade exciting. Because I do think stuff like Call of the Sea, The Ascent, these are all console exclusive Xbox games that are launching this Christmas. Halo not being there is a big hit, but I do think there's more day one for me personally than what we've seen from PS5.
So for me, I'd go the opposite way. And honestly, I know that I want both at some point, and it's not like the price is going to drop. So when I can get them, I'll get them. But in terms of what's been shown, those games that you listed for the Xbox, so Gears Tactics, spoiler warning, it's not particularly good. I played through that on PC, and I don't want to be overly critical of it, but it's very repetitive. It won't last you very long before you go, hang on, I've done this mission 100 times. I'm a bit bored of it now. So it's not a massive game. It's a game that was made by 25, 30 people. Flight Sim, they haven't said it's coming to Xbox. So maybe, but they haven't said that.
That is, I think that is in development, but it's not confirmed for launch.
Yeah. And they've been very quiet since it came out.
I don't know why they wouldn't have it at launch. Like, what would you need to do to get that fully published PC game ready for Xbox? I don't know.
Maybe they will come out and say it, but
yeah,
so far no. And the other one that you mentioned was the Medium, which it's a game. It might be good. I don't know. I hope so.
But I think that's the thing. I think it's a really fair point you've made, because it's basically the inverse of mine, which is that there are games on PlayStation that you prefer to play at launch versus what's on Xbox.
For me, so if I look at those two, like the Medium versus Spider-Man being what's left there for me, because I've already done Gears Tactics, Spider-Man's way more exciting, and that's
okay.
Like we know less about the Medium, so I could be wrong. It could turn out that it blows my mind, but I know that Spider-Man's going to be fantastic because I played it.
There's a sort of consistency to it. I think I think perhaps that's really the conversation here, isn't it? Is that you've got the PS5 offering kind of like logical next steps on stuff that you already know you like, and I think Xbox by definition have had to kind of take a few more chances because they're in third, so they kind of have to try and throw their weight behind more experimental titles. I don't think we should count out stuff like The Ascent, which is that twin stick 4K 60 FPS game that I just think looks, and I really like stuff like that. It actually reminds me of stuff like Dead Nation from the early PS3, PS4.
Well.
Yeah, I think it definitely will obviously come down to taste in those specific games. I don't think particularly the answer to the other question is, have either platform done a good job of justifying why you need to upgrade at launch? I don't think so. If it comes down to pure value, I still believe Xbox is a better value for money in terms of the hardware in the box and the services they offer. So that still wins out for me. Demon Souls, by the way, just really quickly, Demon Souls not being a launch title surprised me.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't surprise me. We're hoping that it would be a launch title, but let's see. But what do you think, Clowns? Were you impressed by that, or?
I gotta say, I think that most of the showcase was pretty much lackluster, except for Spider-Man Miles Morales. I thought the Harry Potter game looks interesting. My wife's gonna love that game. Demon Souls looked good, but other than that, nothing really stands out to me and says, "Hey, PlayStation's coming in big next generation." You know?
Yeah.
I just don't think they really sold me on the game portion of it. However, with that said, I'm still obviously gonna get a PS5. I was right on the price point, so I'm probably going to go with the digital edition when I get the PS5. I'd rather spend the money on Xbox and get their better version.
See, that's the thing.
Right.
Like the prices are almost matched up now, but to me, I can't escape the fact that I'm paying the same price for the Max one for what is a weaker console, and I'll be saving a lot more money because the third parties are on Game Pass, and Game Pass alone has a lot of first parties that I'll be playing. But yeah, I mean, I expected more megatons. I think God of War coming at 2021 is a megaton. That means God of War going up against Halo almost. It's a pretty sick matchup. But no gameplay is weird for a game that's coming out next year. They could have surely showed off something. It might be a game that might get delayed. I might call it early because I have a feeling, with the COVID-19 and lack of mocap might have an impact. But I expected something a little bit more. I don't know. I wasn't that impressed. Champ, you're kind of like a layman on this one. Were you impressed by that with the prices? What do you think of the prices, first of all?
Prices, well, pretty good prices actually. I thought it was pretty competitive. I mean, obviously they matched the price on the main, the main PS5.
Series X.
Yeah, on the Series X and the main. And it was pretty competitive because I think the hardware is the same, right? On the discless one, it's just right.
Yeah. Yes, it's just the discless.
So I thought 360s for a next gen console, and everything's digital now. So yeah, I think that's pretty competitive.
That's what Moby's saying in the chat as well. So if you consider the fact that the discless version is performance wise the full fat you're getting it, then actually it's a cheaper option than Series X if you're happy with the digital option.
I don't think it's going to make any difference. I don't go out and buy CDs anymore.
Same.
So we're all digital. It's the PlayStation fanboys and Moby who said digital was a fast. Are you going to get it? Change your mind now. Yes, you are, Moby. But I love you. But yeah, no, that 360 is a sick price for what you're getting. Just no disc drive. I'm discless. Do you guys who here buys games on disc? Like,
do you know, it's a funny thing actually. I very, very, very rarely do get the occasional PlayStation game on disc.
Actually, that's so true.
I did that with like a couple of special editions. Like I got the Last of Us Part 2 collector's set because I was a maniac and just wanted to have like the ridiculous one. But I also held out for a long time I was like a stalwart, like still buying physical stuff. But Switch actually changed that around for me. I went all digital on Switch. Apart from Zelda Breath of the Wild, the cartridge is still in my Switch to this day. But then as a result of that, I went pretty much all digital. So, yeah.
Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining us. He said that was a good show, minus perhaps the rapper not making it through. Amar says, I buy games on cartridges. That's so true. Last time. Thanks for joining us, Amar. Yeah, I mean, that's a good price range. It's just weak on the top end because it's matching a more powerful console, but really compelling on the lower end. I say lower end. That's you're getting a lot of hardware for, particularly when we were thinking that the prices would be ranging around the 600, 700 mark. Early on people thought, I mean, you're getting so much for your money. I mean,
the SSD, right, is the main one.
Yeah, the SSD on the PlayStation 5 as well is beastly. Like, it's really good. It's twice as fast as that on the XSX and SSX. Hate these bloody abbreviated terms. But yeah, you're getting a lot of hardware. So the price-wise, I think, like, if you match who the winner and losers, I think obviously Microsoft forced Sony's hand. That's for a fact. Definitely don't shake your head at
They've
me.
given the price that everybody expected, regardless of what Microsoft had done. And like I said before, I think Sony had that price in mind before they even designed the spec of that system. So I don't think Microsoft forced their hand there.
I think they did. I think 500 would have been I think they did. They would have loved to have had it at 500 and set there. They've been pushed to do it and I think they would have adjusted their discless version as well. They would have wanted that at 400 quid and 500 quid for the...
I disagree, but we'll carry on.
I think
we'll never know the answer to this.
Ever. We couldn't possibly. I do think, though, that what's come out of this for me that's been really telling is a lot of the arguments I've seen where it's been quite negative towards Xbox, like the fact that all their titles are on PC, and also their focus on backwards compatibility as a selling point. A big noise was made in this video of a collection of PS4 games that you can play on your PS5 with no specific enhancements. Most of the stuff that was actually shown, like, also on PC, the lines have blurred so much, and I just think it's very interesting then that there'll be certain games like God of War and Spider-Man that will remain locked to the platform. Now they look like the odd ones out in a sense, when they're already also on their platform doing cross-platform stuff. So the one thing that's the big win for me is the price. I think both Xbox and PlayStation this is ridiculous pricing for the hardware you're getting.
Yeah, they're winners on both sides. I don't see
under 500 quid. I can't believe that this is what we're looking at right now. Like, for what is in the Series X box as well, I know that the SSD on the PS5 is significantly more powerful, but a lot of the other components on the Series X do outstrip it. Especially we've seen, confirmation of like how third-party games are running on it. To get $449 for both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X hardware, like, that's insane value for money.
Yeah, that's insane value for money.
Unbelievable.
That's really good. So
and that digital price is hot, because I don't want a disc version. I'd get the digital when I eventually get a PS5.
Yeah.
So that's a huge win. But then I think Microsoft Series S is almost not a competitor here. Series S is capturing the parents on a budget market. It's capturing the Game Pass market. It's a separate thing. And they're going to do. I think Series S is going to surprise people with that at that price. But these prices are bonkers. They're absolutely ridiculous for these platforms.
I can hear. So is it you guys? I can hear us back, coming back.
I don't think it's coming through on the stream, so I wouldn't worry too much.
It might be me.
But...
Oh, I think it was us. Okay, sorry.
Did you guys see that Wario64 posted that Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales is going to be $49.99, Ultimate Edition $69.99, includes digital code.
Oof.
And it's coming to PS4, Miles Morales. I didn't know that.
Wait.
Is it?
Miles Morales coming to PS4?
Yeah, it's coming to PS4.
No way.
No way.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, definitely. But where has this confirmation come from?
Wario 64. He's legit. I'll send it to you, Gaz.
Oh shit! Yeah, Warrior 64. I know who he is, but I'm so shocked. Oh, you shared it. Yeah, nice. What?
I'm surprised by two things there.
$69.99 for the Ultimate Edition to include the remaster of Spider-Man.
No. Okay, two things. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ham on this one. First of all, people are arguing about that this is not a fucking, they're not DLC. It's not cross-gen. This is made.
Gaz,
What?
count to 10 before you go rage mode, because I need to clarify something that Clown said then I just didn't quite hear. You can still rage. I'm not going to interrupt for too long, but I'm going to forget if you get too angry. You said the Spider-Man on the PlayStation, you get a remaster of the original campaign only if you get the collector's edition, was that?
The Ultimate Edition is what he alludes to in the...
They can't do that.
I can confirm that. If you buy the Ultimate Edition on PS5, you also get a download code for Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered for free. That includes the base game and all its DLC.
No, you don't get it for free if you have to get the Ultimate Edition. You get it.
That wasn't my take. I'm reading a press release.
I couldn't not correct that though.
So
like, if you pay this extra £20, you can have this for free. No.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
So we are paying $50 for Miles Morales on PS4 as well, it looks like. Or PS5, your choice.
That is cheaper though, isn't it? So you say $50. Is a full game normally $60 over there? So it's a little bit cheaper, or?
Yeah, but is Miles Morales really a full game?
No.
No, it's not. It's like a Lost Legacy style expansion.
Yeah. You know what? My anger subsided now. Because I'm a very fickle man. Thanks for ruining my
No. Get it back. Sham, hit him.
No, but seriously, first of all, first of all,
that actually worked.
First of all, like people are arguing day in day out, saying this is a built up for the PlayStation 5. This is a game for and everyone knew with a brain that that's not the case. That this is like glorified DLC and it's a cross-gen game. Now we find out it's coming out on PlayStation 4, but they're going to charge you a premium for glorified DLC, and you have to pay for the Ultimate Edition. Fuck that, man. That's bullshit. This is what I'm talking about.
And you guys were saying that it looked like it could have been played on a PS4.
Yep.
Hey,
do you know?
I've been saying
been
that on stream, like minus the ray tracing effects. No, it's
all right,
no,
guys.
No, fuck your puddles with the reflections. That is a PlayStation 4 game.
I've been saying for months, and so has Rookie Monster. To be fair, that game is coming to the PlayStation
Rookie
4.
Monster. Yeah,
he was in my corner for that. But...
So I was convinced that it was a PS5 exclusive. This has really surprised me tonight that that's a PS4 game.
So
and yet again, we have to. It's what's the problem, isn't it? We have to level the same criticism at Xbox that we do at PlayStation, and people don't do that. What is there at launch for the PS5 that is a PS5 exclusive experience?
Ratchet and Clank is coming in the launch window. That means it's not coming at launch.
No. I'm not taking March. I'm talking this year when I go and buy pre-order my.
No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Yeah. No, I wasn't yelling at you. I was yelling at Sony.
Why are you yelling?
Yeah.
Sham, hit him again.
I wasn't yelling at you. Sham, you should hit me. You should reach into the screen and like. But yeah, I'm with you, dude. I'm now racking my brain to try and figure out what is the thing when I go and pre-order a PS5 digital edition on day one. What's my PS5 exclusive experience?
No, there's no PS5. Even the Medium, that's a third-party exclusive on. That's something you can't do that on Xbox.
You can't. Yeah, but you. Yeah, the Medium is Series X and PC, so it's next gen only. At least you can't buy that on an Xbox One.
Is that info correct, man? Because I know Warrior. He's legit, man. Warrior 64.
100%.
Yeah, that's. What? That's
it's quite controversial how secret Sony kept that though, because they've had ample opportunities where they've been asked directly, is this also coming to PlayStation 4?
They were so quick to tell you
when they announced it.
Yeah, mate, they showed their little asterisk thing on PC in tiny writing, like we would notice.
Oh, I know.
They showed, but they didn't show it. They say it's coming to. Oh, by the way, it's like they're ashamed. They're ashamed. Wait, hold on. Did they? Wait.
Because
that doesn't make any fucking sense. Because they said that we believe in generational divides. And then they showed. No. So I'm gonna take a breather, man.
I like how
this is like watching a dad going, "You've had too much candy floss. You need to bring it down."
I like how they
amazing.
leaked that information like right after the show.
Mate, that's
Yeah.
a bitch move. That's a bitch move. You don't do that, man. It's like you're trying to hide shit from us, but that was the second game you showed. The first thing you do is tell us which platform the fucking Final Fantasy is coming. It's coming out on PC. Fine. Okay, that's stupid, but never mind. You put your hands up. Look, it's coming out on PC. It's working on PC. At least we're telling you about it, not that you discover it later on. Fair enough.
We're going to talk about that in a minute as well. Final Fantasy.
But then you show Spider-Man. You're ashamed to tell us that it's coming out on PlayStation? Or you're definitely ashamed to tell us how much it costs that someone called Wario on fucking Twitter has to leak it.
I'm not sure shame is the right word. It's more of a deception. I bet they didn't want any of this to come out until the pre-orders had already happened.
What the fuck? But that's for the players.
Now I don't have a reason to get a PS5 on launch because I was just going to get it for Spider-Man.
Exactly, dude. And you can get that on your PS4 right now. Well, not right now. It's not out yet, but it's but like when it dropped right now. I'm like Donald Trump now. I'm just making stuff up. But like you can get it right now. It's gonna be great. So I mean, it's fascinating to me that when you actually now stack it up, I'm looking at my notes, looking at the list, and I'm like, there's nothing exclusive at launch that's not also on PC.
Yeah, mate. That's Demon's Souls is coming out on PC as well. So
yep.
So that means probably God of War Ragnarok's probably going to come on PC. That means
okay, they won't do that. They won't do that.
But everyone said that. Everyone said that about Horizon, and then fast forward 3 years. And
we still haven't seen God of War the last one on PlayStation. But the deception with the prices, the deception. Mate, they're so ashamed. You have to think about this. PlayStation are so ashamed of their PlayStation 4. They're so ashamed of their PlayStation 4 that they didn't talk about that. In the second game that they showed off, they didn't say that it's coming to PlayStation 4. How ashamed are you of cross-gen? Whereas Microsoft are embracing it and saying, hey, full disclosure, we don't believe in generations. This is coming out on Xbox. You don't need to buy a Series X. It's a crazy thing to say, but you can buy it on an Xbox, you can play it on your phone, you can buy it on PC, and then Sony are just literally not even tiny little disclaimers at the bottom where the asterisk coming to PC only. It's bullshit.
I quite like the rant. I just don't think that ashamed is the right word. I don't think they've got any shame about it at all.
Can you imagine Jim Ryan's at home right now with a blue light on his head going, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have. What was I thinking? I think it's a fascinating thing. Like I'm looking at this, I've got the press release in front of me for the Hogwarts game, right?
Yeah. I got more Megaton news. Well, depends on what you think. Sorry.
Oh,
you're talking about
no, dude. All I was going to say was that Hogwarts game. That's not next gen exclusive. That's on Xbox One. That's on PS4. That's on every.
Yes, I mean, Hogwarts was never really going to get my dick hard. But what I was going to say is Devil May Cry 5.
Good. It's a school for children who are becoming wizards. You know what? I'm actually thrilled for you guys. I'm thrilled that you do not have a hard penis because Harry Potter hasn't done that for you. Where do I go for a shower?
Oh no!
Jesus H Christ, that escalated so quickly.
Oh man! Oh shit! Okay, yeah, good.
Sorry, your point, Gaz.
My point. Moving swiftly on. Devil May Cry 5, special edition is on PS5. This has come from Shinobi. It's got ray tracing, improved shadow lighting. It's 4K, 30 FPS on PlayStation 5, or 1080p 60 FPS on PlayStation 5. Optional 120 FPS mode.
Which would be in 15 frames.
40 quid at launch, $40 at launch. You're telling me, okay, Devil May Cry, definitely, decidedly last gen, is a cross-gen game. Well, not even cross-gen game. You're telling me you can't run at 4K 60? Shit, that game should be running 4K 60 with ease, man, on the PlayStation 5. The fuck? What the hell is that? Thanks, Jim, for sending me that link. He's like, Jim.
And here's a weird little nugget from this. Just looking at the Devil May Cry press release I've got from Capcom. For the Xbox Series X and Series S versions of the game, ray tracing will be included as part of a downloadable title update.
Wait, which game?
So Devil May Cry, the special edition, that will be, Xbox Series X and Series S will support ray tracing, but it will be a title update. It might not be like their day one.
Cyberpunk, isn't it? And
I think so. But it will still be like the 4K and stuff is supported on.
Oh shit! Moby says PS5 pre-order start tomorrow. Get on that, guys, because that shit's selling out fast.
Yeah, somebody just told me that too.
Yeah.
What the hell do you pre-order for that though? Like, seriously, I now know for unequivocally, I do not need to rush out and buy a PS5. I don't, because there's nothing. And I know, and I thought, Ace, it was really interesting you mentioned about Gears Tactics. I actually also played that on PC and really enjoyed it. But but I will add a caveat to that, and that is I have never really played many turn-based strategy games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tend to be into that kind of stuff. So actually having it be a Gears game was quite a good entry point for me personally, because I really like Gears of War. So it was a nice kind of like, I imagine there's definitely better ones, but it was a nice entry point. I
enjoyed it to a point, and then the number of like save 2 prisoners and there's a bombing run behind us. And
it's another thing where I'm like, oh well, I could buy a Series X for Gears Tactics. Like I can't level that. That can't be that exciting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But equally, you know, that I think there is, just looking at the fact that I could just buy Spider-Man on my PS4, my existing PS4 right now. There are more games on Series X that personally interest me that are definitely going to be Series X exclusive.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Oh, Gears Tactics will also be on the base Xbox as well. Just to, I would think. But anyway,
Gears Tactics shit. I don't give a shit about that.
I'm kind of worried now, because if I was to go pre-order the PlayStation 5 digital edition at GameStop, I'm worried they may go bankrupt before it launches.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, Jeff Keighley apparently tweeted it's definitely happening tomorrow. Moby says, I like how you acknowledged that PS5 pre-order start tomorrow, but not my other comments. Your other comments, man, what are you saying? Microsoft stopped producing Xbox One X. Microsoft is ashamed of Xbox One. What are you talking about, Moby? It's been cross-gen all the time. You guys have been making fun of that for happening. It's cross-gen. You don't need to buy an Xbox. You've been saying it for day one. Yeah, mate, it's a weird, I don't like that we find things out after the fact. When Microsoft find
like
it before the show. It's like,
or like small print like that. We had to really like scour that to be like, oh, that's on PC. Okay, cool. Right. It's just buried at the bottom, you know.
Speaking of that,
the Spider-Man thing annoys the shit out of me. Like, why did you do that? Just tell us, man. You told us which platform it's on. You're not telling us it's coming out on PlayStation 4.
Also, I just don't know why they did it anyway. Forget how they've announced it. I don't know why you don't just go, if you want to play this game, upgrade. Because that's been their message, isn't it?
Yeah.
And now it's not. Just like with Microsoft, they were like, everything's cross-gen, but all of these games are coming out in 2022 when it will be Xbox Series X only. They both made the mistake now.
Hey, but the thing is, this transparency, you know, this is the thing, the deception that Asa says.
Deception by omission, isn't it? They just didn't.
Deception by omission, exactly.
And they would have known as well when this was first announced that this was a PS4 game. But so I know you guys predicted it, and I'm actually quite impressed that you have. But for me, just casually watching it, and I think that'll be the case for a lot of people, they will be very surprised to hear this now. They would not have seen that coming at all. Yeah. The average person would have gone, "What the fuck? Yeah. That this game is now a PS4 game." So
while we're on, like,
PlayStation has no exclusive games at launch.
While we're on like ranting though, can we go on to Final Fantasy? Because I'm like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Who cares? But yeah, okay, go and talk about it.
Just the fact that they've got timed exclusivity, permanent exclusivity on it. So Final Fantasy's been multi-platform since 13.
Yeah.
It's like, so the topic isn't Final Fantasy; it's money hacking in general, and how big a problem this is going to be.
This is going to be the beginning of Sony doing this throughout the gen. It's not the beginning; they've been doing it all throughout this last.
Yeah, we saw it with Avengers, didn't we? You remember that quote where they're like, "If you want to play as Spider-Man, you could consider buying a PS4." And it's like, okay,
it's just the writing's on the wall, man. You know, sorry, Moby, you're gonna hate me for saying this, but you know, Sony are taking the piss. They're not pro-consumer at all. But other than the pricing and the quality of games and blah blah blah, that's fine. I agree. But when it comes to the policies, it comes to their messaging, it's done a whole complete U-turn from how Xbox One was launching. They were being, you know, really dodgy. They're really just shit positioning, and the shit with indies. There was no, you know, there's no transparency until Phil Spencer came in, and now Sony are just subverting that. They need to be called out, because I remember how raw it was back at the start of this gen. If you call Xbox One and PS4 this gen, then it's just, mate, a lifetime exclusive of. When was the last Final Fantasy? I mean, Final Fantasy's
15.
been on 15,
Ignoring,
yeah?
there was 7 Remake, which was exclusive to PlayStation for different reasons.
Yeah, that's fine. That's understandable. Okay, but you know, that's bullshit. It's bullshit that I don't know. I just don't like third party. Even when Titanfall and Microsoft did it with Titanfall, I was really pissed. I wrote an article on it because apparently even Respawn didn't know until the last minute, because Microsoft and EA gone behind closed doors very last minute, just decided to, you know, not release it on PlayStation, which would really hurt the momentum of Titanfall. Incidentally, Titanfall and the marketing campaign was so good on the Xbox that the first game actually did better than the second game, which was out on PlayStation 4.
Which is a shame, because the second game is one of my favorite shooters of all time.
Yeah, it's sick. But then again, Respawn let it to die in this really busy window, in my opinion.
Well, that was EA though. The EA put it in a shit release window. Yeah, Respawn, I just think they've been sailing this gen.
Yeah, exactly.
My big takeaway from tonight is that there are lots of really cool looking games that I can't wait to play on my Xbox.
I mean, that's the truth. There's nothing else to say about that. It's facts, and everything else PlayStation is played on your PC.
I think, yeah, exactly. And then if you, because people would then say, well, then what Game Pass? If I've got Game Pass, why do I need an Xbox? Well, that's Microsoft's point. Is you don't play it on your PC because that might be your preferred, or get a Series S because it's a shitload cheaper. If you don't care about 4K, go for that. I think it fundamentally comes down to, again, Gaz, I think you made a really good point about messaging and clarity with this, which is that this video was called a PlayStation 5 showcase. And the problem is it showed a PS4 game and that PS Plus collection was super weird to me, because those games didn't look like they had any sort of enhancements or anything.
We've got something in the chat there. Maybe, I don't know where, maybe can clarify where it's got this from, but it does say that they are PlayStation 5 versions of those games, or enhanced in some way.
Oh, okay, cool. That's nice.
That's good.
That's something that Xbox have really, I think maybe because Halo got delayed and they were like, shit, how do we sell this console? They've really been pushing the native enhancements to older games.
Mm-hmm. They've been doing that. They've been doing that with the
One X.
Yeah, One X. They've been doing that for day. So they've got the tech in there. That's not something they did last minute.
Because that's actually something that is another huge selling point to me, is that I've got these thousands of games I've got access to via Game Pass and backwards compat. To be able to play like Mass Effect with like quick load times, that's actually really exciting to me. And I prefer to play on console just because that's my preference. So, it's just, there are so many. I actually think if we just took the trailers, if you just released these trailers from this showcase tonight as separate things, you'd go, oh, that was a really good Black Ops trailer. Or that was Deathloop looked really cool. But it's just interesting when it's branded PlayStation 5 showcase. I don't think they did enough outside of at the very end going, God of War's coming and our price is good.
Mate, that was it. They showed Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is coming out on PlayStation 4 now, which they've been very purposely shown, or omit to admit. And then we got God of War. It's coming 2021, which is sick. That's sick.
I can't believe we didn't even get a CG trailer for it, though. We got a voiceover and a logo, and I was like, oh. Even Microsoft's fucking terrible State of Decay 3 trailer, which was just an angry deer in the woods getting sniped, right? that told us more about that game. Okay, they're going to go for winter setting. It's going to be more survival based. You know, that told us more in that CG trailer than, you know, Christopher Judge going, I'm back, I'm Kratos. And then it, Ragnarok. They didn't even tell us the name. It's obviously God of War Ragnarok, obviously, but they didn't actually even give it a title. They just gave it a tagline.
How did you know Asa was Ragnarok before he announced it? I know it was kind of.
There's been a couple of things kicking around about that.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but there is references to the event Ragnarok at the end of God of War. There's like little hints of it. So I won't say what, but there are hints around it. So yeah.
I even put this on Twitter. I said, if Sony show off God of War, so press the F button, it's over. They kind of showed off the date, which is sick, but they showed a little bit. If a game is coming next year, they can afford to show something.
Absolutely.
Why
do we know that? We know God of War's release window, but we don't know Horizons.
Yeah.
I'm looking at. I thought, I'll put a relevant trailer up for the discussion, but the God of War name, I think I'll skip that. We'll put Demon Souls up.
I was just reading an article from IGN about the PS Plus collection, and IGN says it's the answer to Xbox's Game Pass. So what happened to PS Now, right? Like, it wasn't that.
Yeah. First of all, if that's the answer to Xbox Game Pass, they got the answer wrong. First of all, but also, yeah. Like I genuinely thought when that popped up, they were going to be like they're bundling PS Plus with PS Now, and they were going to create some kind of ultimate style subscription. Because that to me would be like, okay, but they have no interest. PS Now could just disappear and nobody would know. Really, it's not even close to the library and the release cadence that Game Pass has. The subscriber count is like 800,000 versus their 10 million. I really want to know what these enhancements are for these old games. Is it resolution? Is it frame rate? All of the above? None? Like what? I don't know what the scoop is with that.
It's a half measure. They're really desperate to. They're feeling the pressure of Game Pass. Now you're talking about saying I'm hearing the numbers of like 15 million Game Pass subscribers versus 2.2 PS Now. That's big for a console that's outselling the Xbox 2-1.
Yeah.
So this is Sony like feeling the pinch. I don't think that does it, but that goes to show how scarce the PS5 launch is.
Well, and you spoke. I loved. By the way, Asa, please clip out the angry rant about the Miles Morales pricing because it was that's art. But like, here's the thing: when I buy my Series X, I'm not going to have to pay for a single launch game.
Yeah.
If I buy my PS5 digital edition, which by the way, like nearly 100 quid cheaper, so great saving there. But I've got to spend like 60 quid or 50 quid or whatever it is on Spider-Man, which I could have just got on my PS4. And then what? I'm just not understanding what is the thing that's made. It's like almost like I've got to tell you this, guys. I feel like you'll appreciate this. I have a friend of mine who I sent the X, and bear in mind, we're both PlayStation gamers, we're both Xbox gamers. So just to preface that before I just sound like all I talk about is Xbox, I sent him the list of all of the things you get for the Xbox All Access subscription thing. The paying off the console, the EA Play membership, Game Pass Ultimate streaming, etc., etc. And I sent it to him, and he just wrote back. He just went, just meh, right? And I asked, dude, how can that be your response if we're just talking about value? And he said, well, I just don't have that much time. It's too much choice. I don't have enough time for games. And I was like, oh, okay, no, fair enough. Are you buying a PS5? And he went, yeah, day one. I couldn't understand because I literally wrote back to him. I just said, I don't have time to play games. And that's exactly why I'm buying a PlayStation 5. And it's just fascinating to me because now I don't know what there is that would make anyone rush out and buy that thing. Other than goodwill from
Demon
PS4.
Souls.
But that's not at launch, right?
It is. Yoshida
Is it?
confirms that it's a launch title.
Oh, so wait, hold on. Demon Souls is a launch.
Okay.
Okay, now the conversation changes. Wait, that's sick. I would actually want to get because that's a game.
Didn't mention that in the truth.
Okay, so Clowns is like literally sick. Demon 5 is a PS5 launch, so that's it. That's the game. That in fact, out of all the consoles, it's the only one I'm actually excited about.
Talked about
even on
you
Xbox.
You said you were excited about that.
Yeah, Demon Souls looks sick. I've never played. Well, I played a tiny bit on the Xbox. It's really old now, so I couldn't really get into it. So that's good. You've got a remake as the launch title for next gen consoles. The only thing I'm interested in at launch. But remember one thing I was just trying to say earlier: the launch titles are typically shit anyway. In fact, when the Xbox One and PS4 came out, the only game actually really got me excited was Resogun, which is on PlayStation 4.
Guys, I've got the full launch lineup.
Ooh, this is getting good.
This. When I say full, I mean the first party launch lineup. So stuff from Sony. You get the pre-installed Astro's Playroom thing on a PS5. Demon Souls. That Destruction All-Stars game from Lucid. Which I was saying well before the PS5 reveal, they need a multiplayer game. They've got to have a multiplayer game, and that is it. So
Sony's never been good at multiplayer, so yeah, it's good.
It's a nice show of like, we don't just make third-person action games.
Yeah.
Then Miles Morales and Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
Yeah.
Which I think the Sackboy game will do well with like families buying a PS5, but that's not really a next-gen showpiece particularly. But there's so there's now a lot in terms of choice. There is a lot more on day one than I knew about 30 seconds ago. Why was this not in that conference?
Because it's weak as shit, man. The only thing.
Why did I have to go to the PS blogs? Like Shuhei Yoshida told me this, like on Twitter. That's how I know about this. So
that's really good. The Demon Souls is the only one that really gets me excited. It's a remake, but never mind. It looks sick. It's a good game. And that's better than
better than it just being Spider-Man, right? But I think when you really stack it up, though, I don't think either console. I don't think Xbox has a particularly strong launch now. I don't think PS5 still has a particularly strong launch. If their big game is a remake, I don't think that's massive. It's not like them launching with Horizon or launching with something like Ratchet and Clank. But it's better, certainly better than what we were talking about a minute ago. So,
So I think generally it's saved by the Demon Souls remake, and that's really good. For me, that's the title I'm most excited about. Having seen the gameplay, it looks amazing. So if you've already played a Demon Souls game, I don't know how much that appeals to you, but generally it's really good. Because Bloodborne was the game that saved PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 was dead, like just dead in the water as far as exclusives were concerned, until Bloodborne came out and saved it. It wasn't terribly a next-gen looking title. It actually ran pretty badly on the PlayStation 4. But it's a game that I've never played a Soulsborne game, so for me it holds a special place. And going back to Demon Souls, back to the game that started it all off, looking so good, and on day one on a PlayStation 5, it's good. Moby says that the PS5's lineup is miles better than Microsoft's.
I don't know if everybody's seen this yet, but I'm looking at the Japanese blog for PlayStation. I think that Yoshida posted.
Okay.
Demon Souls is going to be $70 US, 80 euros.
No way. No
what?
Way. No way. No way. No way.
Just when we thought it was getting better.
What?
Here,
man. I can't deal with this like roller coaster you guys are taking me on.
Gaz, I'm gonna send it to you, Gaz, and if you translate it to English, that's what it comes out to.
Translate it into English. This is what he sent me, guys. Like, when's the? Do you want it?
Yeah, Gaz, if you could just do a quick translation on that, that'd be great. Thanks, buddy.
I did it through Google.
No, I'm not gonna do it Japanese. I can send it to. Let me send it to my Japanese mate. If he's not high as hell, then he will be able to help me. One second.
But Demon Souls is coming to PC, right?
Is it?
Is it?
Don't think so.
And don't tell the bullshit about backwards compatibility. Read the launch title for Xbox, please. Don't. Well, I don't actually disagree with you there, Moby, but don't be so defensive. But Sony aren't even applying any Vaseline before they do what they're doing. So I can't. If that price is true, man, I can't be true. There's no way. No way.
There's an ongoing conversation.
That's what it translated to in English. It says 77,900 yen, $69.99, and then 79 and 99. Yeah, 79.99 euros.
But There's already been like a fair conversation about this with 2K have come forwards already saying that they're going to be charging more for next gen games. It's not likely that they took that step on their own without knowing what others in the industry are doing.
Well,
Or at the very least are going to do later, right?
I don't think Xbox is going to be doing this approach.
Hope not.
I honestly don't.
Well, maybe they won't need to because they've got Game Pass. They can keep their retail releases at the same price because they know that day one everything's going straight in.
Or PlayStation's like, hey, we're giving you PS Plus collection for free, so.
And also again, this is to address what Moby was saying about the launch lineups. Again, I think does come down to personal taste. I'm not particularly excited by anything in that lineup to make me buy a PS5 day one, whereas I am for Xbox. So that is preference, I think, ultimately. I can confirm, by the way, Demon's Souls is a timed console exclusive and will come to PC.
Oh, okay. Sham needs to cut.
Guys, pleasure chilling with you guys. I gotta go.
Yeah, man.
And,
nice to see you.
Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Take it easy, man.
Yeah. Dog. Take it, bro. Peace out, man. Dark CMF says Tech Raptor. I know who they are. They submit on our website quite a bit on GameOnDaily. You have to market GameOnDaily, guys. Guys, check out GameOnDaily.com, the best game site in the world. Oh shit! Sorry, what do I do? What are you doing to me? Oh, your phone. That's right. Tech Raptor. So Dark CMF says Tech Raptor have reported that Demon's Souls will be a timed exclusive, ultimately coming to PC and other consoles.
No way.
What was that?
I don't think so.
Say that again. What?
There's no way.
No, don't Sony own that one? Who owns Demon's Souls?
That's a good point. I don't know. Japan studio.
It's From Software, isn't it?
From Software developed it. I don't know who owns the IP because Sony don't normally fund things and let them keep the IP.
Is it? Oh, it was published by Bandai Namco originally. So it's whether they hold the IP for publishing rights and then Bluepoint then develop the remake, potentially.
Seems likely. In which case, if it is Bandai Namco, then it probably will come to other consoles at some point. But...
Well, yeah. I mean, from what I'm seeing, it's definitely a PC game without question. Which again that does bring into a valid argument about the need to buy this box straight away if you are able to and prefer to play stuff on PC.
I got more news.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys seen this yet, but
getting some scoops.
Nebel. I want to make sure this is the real Nebillion first. Yep, 179 followers. He posted a link to another Japanese.
I've just seen this.
PlayStation.
I won't say it. You say it.
Horizon, Forbidden West, and Sackboy are headed to PS4.
Yo, you're fucking with me.
So I've seen that because Jez Corden on Twitter retweeted it and just wrote, "I thought cross-gen was bad though, lol."
Yo, wait, no, that can't be real. You're just taking the piss. No way is that true.
No way is Sackboy running on a PS4.
No, confirmed from Jim Ryan. Confirmed from Jim Ryan. Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man, and Sackboy are cross-gen titles with PS4. Confirmed.
What? I swear, Sony literally came out to say we believe in generations. I came up and said I prefer Sony's fucking.
This is direct from the PlayStation blog. Okay.
Moby, stop talking about Xbox launch titles.
Additionally, we know that the PS4 community will transition to PS5 at different times, and we're happy to announce PS4 versions of some of our exclusives. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, and Horizon Forbidden West will also launch on PS4.
What?
Sold separately. Tell me that they've at least done like the smart delivery thing and not you buy the PS4 version and when you upgrade you buy it again.
So while these three games were designed to take advantage of PS5 and its unique next-gen features like an SSD and a controller, PS4 owners will also be able to enjoy these experiences when they launch. The PS4 digital versions of these launch games include a free upgrade on both PS5 consoles, while the this is quite good. The PS4 disc versions of these games include a free upgrade on the PS5 with an Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive. So you can get a disc upgrade as well if you want.
What the hell, man? I don't understand Sony's thing here. They didn't need to do this. Why are they doing this?
Why they're doing this is because
why are they putting their foot in their mouth when they said we believe in generations? This Sony have said that we want you to make a generational leap. don't believe in the whole, yo, there's going to be so much crow being fed and none of it's going to be halal. It's going to be insane. This shit...
Sorry, you can't just suck up on stream with halal. That is, I mean, okay, so let's really look at this now. Okay, so day one on your PS5, Demon Souls is a PC title. Spider-Man is on PS4. Sackboy is on PS4.
Horizon Forbidden West is coming on.
Is on PS4, but that's not a launch title. To be fair, we're looking at launch, right?
Yeah, but wait, hold on. That means that they're still supporting PS4 when they get Horizon's coming out next year sometime.
Is
that
it
means
though?
Forbidden West must be coming out next. Oh, whenever. Say 2 years down.
Yeah, but we've all been saying it must be a PS5 game. No one expected Horizon. Why didn't they announce that? They hid it in a press release. Again, it's like backdoor shady deals, man.
Yo, man, this is what I'm talking about.
So the only is Destruction All Stars on PC as well? Because if it is, then there isn't a console exclusive.
I mean, Destruction All Stars, okay. So this is the thing, mate. Look, so this is the difference. This is what I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense to me. Microsoft said, "Look, we are pro-consumer, holding the hands up with sport." Everything. Sony are so ashamed. I'm using the word ashamed. They are
using it wrong.
They're just trying to hide this fact.
Conceited. Go with conceited.
They're conceited. Yeah, they're conceited. Deceptive. Omission. What was it? What did you say? Not selective omission.
Oh, deception by omission.
Deception by omission. Yeah, that's what it is.
So here's the thing. We know when everyone talks about next gen, any console launch, any platform, people go, it's all about the games, right?
Yeah.
So if it's all about the games, what reason have Sony now given to buy a PS5 if that's the only place you can play particular games? And I don't hear one. I don't hear it. And I think this really acknowledges in a big way, it validates Microsoft's approach. The irony, of course, with Microsoft is that basically everything they've announced from their first party is out of their 1 to 2 year window for cross-gen releases. So, like, all the big boy stuff, like Fable and Forza and Avowed, is going to be after they do cross-gen stuff. So there will be Series X exclusives. They're just further out. And yet here we are with PlayStation doing cross-gen games from launch.
So many people were gunning cross-gen. They were going lasering cross-gen.
Ruining it. They're like, yeah, but with PS5, I get all these new experiences.
Horizon Forbidden West was your big flagship title that they revealed on the PlayStation reveal event. Now it's coming cross-gen. What are you? Oh my gosh, man. That's insane. And do you know why? My mate Jim makes a very good point. He says it's because they won't have enough PlayStation 5s available.
That's probably true.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No, that's probably true. I think because, you know, the pre-orders go live tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's insane. They've given no notice. That's going to fly, right? But what I don't understand is why? Why would people just buy it? When you could just buy the games on another platform. I don't get it.
Oh man.
Don't get it.
I think that for this upcoming generation, Sony has really messed up the message. It's really confusing. It's not very like upfront telling you everything, and all this stuff is leaking after from guys like Nibble, Wario64. It's not coming from Sony directly. These people are leaking it. You know, when Xbox had bad marketing, everybody was all over it. You know, Xbox put stuff in asterisks. Xbox put stuff on PC. Xbox is terrible. You don't need an Xbox. Well, why am I going to buy a PS5 on launch if I can play this stuff on my PS4 Pro and just wait a while until something actually comes out for PS5 I want? Was Ratchet and Clank going to end up going to PC too eventually? I mean,
but this is the thing, right?
Well, that can't because of the SSD.
The cross-gen thing is interesting. Because when Xbox did this, the problem I think they had with their cross-gen messaging was people assumed that the games that they were saying were going to be cross-gen were closer than they actually were. They're not. They're further out. And those games are outside of their cross-gen window. So really, it's Halo Infinite and that's it, right?
Yeah.
But at least we knew. That was an assumption that we had made, that they would have more first-party games that were cross-gen. But there's not, because they're further away. The problem is, with PS5, we have assumed that because of what they've said, that they are a generational jump and that these games would be made available only on PS5, to then contradict that a month and a half before launch.
After the show,
Yeah,
man.
Xbox didn't contradict themselves. They just didn't explain themselves very well. But they didn't contradict themselves. They are saying that the games from them in 1 to 2 years after launch will be cross-gen. But basically, all their games are over 2 years away.
I think Microsoft contradicted themselves there a bit. Twisted says that's because Sony's reason is because they just written the message that the ink ain't dry yet.
Yeah,
and
man.
I agree with you, man. Like shit. Clowns, do you have a show with Flemish? Hi, Flemish. He says I need to steal him real soon.
He wanted to do the daily news show at 6.
Flemish, you can wait. We're getting lit up in here. We're getting lit up in here. Clowns is the one bringing all the news to us. If Clowns goes, we don't know what to do. No, but honestly, if you need to go, Clowns, just do let us know. Asa will have to do some jiggery.
I want to know right now. Somebody on Twitter just said to me, remember the Sony fanboys saying it would hold back next gen? Where are they now? Like, seriously, is PS5 PS4 holding back next gen because all this stuff's coming to PS4 because not all their fans are going to have a PS5 on launch? I mean, that's their own words, right?
Yeah, what's the argument then, right? Because that's the whole thing about the Series S is that they've just gone, no, we're going to scale it. If people don't care about 4K, you go to that. But you can still play next-gen games on it. But then the whole argument was, yeah, but Horizon's on PS5. They're pushing boundaries, baby. No, they're not.
I could never have predicted this.
No, that's insane. No. That's insane.
Yeah.
So when you actually look at it, of the launch titles, the only one that you can only play on your PS5 is Astro's Playroom.
No one gives a shit about that, man. Fuck that shit.
That's the only one.
No, I mean, being a bit harsh, families and kids and stuff. By the way, guys, you might be thinking, who's this guy at GameOnDaily? Ace is the sensible one. I'm the psycho. But let's be real, man. That shit is weak sauce. What? These megatons, I don't even know how to... Mate, first of all, the show was weak. The prices are good. Not amazing, but they're good. Actually, they are amazing. They're amazing. Even comparatively, they're amazing.
Yeah, the console price for that hardware that's in it is very impressive, and that's from both platforms. The 369 for the... Is it 369 or 360?
$359.99.
Oh, thank you, Captain Pedantic. It's... $359.99 for that hardware is bonkers. That's so good. And I think that's same for Xbox as well. I just cannot get over the cross-gen release thing.
This is
you could argue that Xbox just were a bit confusing because I think a lot of their games are further away. Sony outright said that they believe in generational leaps.
Yes.
They completely done a U-turn on that.
I don't need a PS5 now. I don't need one. I'll just buy it.
Nobody needs one right now. We can all wait until Ratchet and Clank come out or something.
Yeah,
Demon's Souls remake. I'm not buying. To be honest, we're gonna get all consoles day one, but it's just mate. It's the same thing.
Hey, Gaz, you know what? You like Demon's Souls? You could play it on your PS3.
Or you can play it on PC at
nice graphics.
Right.
I do know though, Demon's Souls though is in terms of what the next gen consoles do, I'd kill for an SSD for that game. Every time you're gonna die. At least now you don't have to wait.
The big
you need more than an SSD to complete that game. You didn't get past the fireplace.
You're still wrong on that, Gaz. You've said it many times and it's still not true.
I know you guys predicted Miles Morales being a PS4 game, which is fair enough. I didn't. Fair enough that you guys made that call. Horizon Forbidden West being a PS4 game.
Did not call that.
I cannot believe that for 1 second. And interestingly, I thought Sackboy looked like a PS4 game. So actually of the 3 games that actually are, I actually thought of all of them, Sackboy would be the most likely to be cross-gen. And it is. Yeah,
man. I don't know. Wow.
So Horizon has to be coming out next year, right? If it's cross-gen, it has to be.
Yeah.
When is IGN going to write the article that Xbox won next generation on launch?
Yeah, exactly. By their own very standards, that's stupid. PlayStation. Oh man, it's just silly. It's silly.
I can't wait for this to really break.
How Sony have capitulated on that is that messaging. They've done a complete U-turn. Is shocking.
So we don't. Guys, I just thought of something. We don't even know if PS Now is going to work on PS5 or if they need to make adjustments. Did they ever say anything about that?
No mention whatsoever.
Again, they're ashamed.
They're going to give us the PS collection. That's supposed to be like Game Pass, so maybe they'll hold people. I don't know. It's just
Guys, this is so
messaging is screwed. It's like Xbox.
Can I read you the quote from Jim Ryan?
Stop this, Jim. Yeah.
I've just found it. It's relevant to, I think, to what we're feeling right now. This is Jim Ryan. Okay.
So, it's not his parody account because there's quite a few.
No. This is directly from him. This was his direct quote about console generations. Okay. We have always said that we believe in generations. PlayStation Jim Ryan said earlier this year. We believe that when you go to all the trouble of creating a next-gen console, that it should include features and benefits that the previous generation does not include.
Okay.
No. Even he didn't guess it was going to happen. He's sitting there at home now like, what the fuck, guys? Why was I not told any of this?
Yeah. Why can't I time travel back? I really need to sort this out.
Yo, that's fucked. Yo, man, that's insane. You ever told me that would happen, I thought you just lost your mind. 2020 is a weird ass year, man. So,
we're blaming coronavirus then, are we?
Yeah, I think that's what everyone's going to do now.
Absolutely not.
That is insane. Horizon Forbidden West.
I'm really glad, though, you brought up the Crowns. I'm really glad you brought up the holding the generation back thing, because I've never bought into that. Like, PC gaming has to scale across cutting edge hardware, like bleeding edge hardware, right down to a PC that can run Microsoft Paint. So they've been doing that ever since gaming was a thing.
See, I'm going to disagree with you there and say I actually do, despite all of this, despite both of them supporting old consoles, I do say that the old consoles are going to hold things back. PC's an interesting one because you've got issues, particularly around the hard drive, but they've at least got these processors sorted. And that's been a problem for a long time. So much as this is strange news and they're supporting these old consoles, we are going to see the best of the new ones when they don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah. No, I think in terms of game design, it gets held back by the previous gen consoles. I've always said it. I appreciated Sony's stance on it, an old stance, not this new one.
The stance that they thought they had up until now. But don't you think though it's more about resolution and frame rate and technical elements rather than design?
No, not really. So that's what in the Series S's case, because that's like literally what it exists for. But that's
right.
But no, the processing power in particular and the SSDs, they do allow fundamental differences in how a game can be designed and structured and what you can do in it.
Sure, but then that doesn't. The Series S has an SSD, right?
And then the Series S is fine. That's not going to hold anything back. Like, subject to confirmation from developers that it's doing what Microsoft have promised. But assuming that it does,
right?
Great. Not going to hold anything back.
I think that was more my point, dude. I think it was the narrative that consoles like the Series S hold back.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I don't buy into that.
Yeah, no. If it does what it's supposed to, which is be a 1080/1440p, although largely, in my opinion, it would probably be 1080, then that's fine, because obviously the GPU is doing a lot of work on the Series X to get it up to 4K. That's a master stroke, by the way. If that pans out in reality, late gen, next gen, we might see bigger compromises. You might even see, I don't know. But if it does work as Nintendo, that's genius.
Well, who's to say they don't re-release the Series S later on with another stupid name, but with like slightly beefed up components to keep up with as things progress? You know, they've shown that they're willing to do mid-gen upgrades.
Where does that leave the Series S though? If that you can't do an add-on mod on that, it's a weird one. I mean, that's a skeptical.
I just don't think that. In the specific case of the Series S, I don't think it's holding back design particularly. I think it is. They've shown that it can handle, Gears 5 at 120 frames at 1080p. So I think that's all good.
Yeah.
Real quick before I gotta go. My friend Predator said that with these games being $70, the PlayStation ones, they're gonna be begging for Game Pass soon. And then my other friend Leo said that he checked into the PS Plus collection, and from what he can see, it's part of the PS Plus benefits.
Oh, okay.
They did give it as being included so long as you've got the PS Plus subscription. It was just a little bit vague on what they're actually giving you. Obviously, a bunch of PlayStation 4 games,
Yeah, it's weird.
but what
That's
kind
what
of
I think.
enhancements they have is a mystery.
But I gotta go to do that other show right now. It was fun hanging out with you guys and breaking all this news live. And
Yeah.
nice to meet you, Jay, man.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming
Appreciate it,
down,
dude.
man. And sorry, Flemish, for holding back, Clowns. Thank you so much for joining us, man. And hopefully see you around very shortly, bro.
Absolutely. All right,
Okay,
thanks, guys.
Nice chatting to you. Peace out. Yeah, that Blastroid says something very interesting, that the hardware might not exactly be the same. I want a PlayStation 5 teardown. Where is it? Where is that, super, again, it kind of boils down to messaging and transparency. Like Xbox handed over the console to Digital Foundry months ago, and then they did a proper, tore it apart. Then you got hot chips. Yeah, I mean, Digital Foundry learned more about Ryzen than they did directly from AMD themselves through Xbox. It's insane. And now they did their hot chips, and they just fully confident, fully transparent, showed off everything. And to date, we're still not having that transparency. I do agree with Blastroid. I think you're running those clocks really high on PlayStation 5, and there may be yield issues. I know Bloom, they show stuff, but after today, I don't trust anything. I don't get.
Dude, I mean, I think it's also going to be very interesting now. Now that the date's out and the price is out, it's the third-party games that I'm really interested to hear what they're doing, because the second that Xbox announced their date, Ubisoft went Assassin's Creed Valhalla, 4K 60 frames. They just dropped it on Series X, obviously not on S.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's the news I want to hear now. Is I want to hear what the third-party stuff and the tech side of it's doing, because Sony have confirmed that their games are going to be going up. They're going to be charging more for them. And I decided, just because of our reaction to this, I went on to pushsquare.com, which is obviously a vehemently PlayStation website, and I'm not particularly a fan. I think they are quite biased in their reporting, in a way that other platform-specific websites tend to be.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get there. It's a good litmus test, I think, sometimes for what the fan response is, because typically, Sony could be like, the PlayStation 5 smells of poo, and people would normally be like, I can't wait, I'm pre-ordering. But when you scroll through the comments,
by the way, if anyone's wondering,
it's PlayStation 5 fecal edition. So I went on the article which is titled "Horizon Forbidden West is coming to both PS5 and PS4," and I'm scrolling through the comments, and the reaction. Someone just put "We believe in generations" in quoted marks.
There's going to be a lot of fanboy shit flinging going down. That fecal edition is happening.
Yeah, there is some serious, the reaction is basically all negative. I've got a guy here going, Sony have just turned into Microsoft. My brain is so confused now when to buy and what to buy. Might go Series X now on day one.
The fanboy circles are going to be...
It's going to be just, the brains are going to be exploding. Because they're like, they can't use the same arguments, can they?
They double down on this whole... I know people... on WhatsApp that he's online just very quiet now, came up to me and like, oh, why should I buy an Xbox?
What's the point buying an Xbox?
What am I buying? Oh, you got cross-gen. It's bullshit. And then they don't even show it. In the
the interesting sentiment. The interesting sentiment is a lot of people are saying oh, I can play these games on my PS4. I'll wait now. I'll get a PS5 later.
Oh man, it's the drama of it all is insane. But when you strip it back from
I cannot believe this. This is so late in the day as well. We're at the end of September. And we found out that their games are cross-gen.
Yeah, but you know what?
Happening?
I'm so glad that in a way it's happened, because then we can just move past this nonsense. And
I agree. Now there's no argument about cross-gen games and stuff being on PC. That argument doesn't. And actually, let's think about this for a second. Actually, it makes the PS5 less of a necessary purchase, but it's actually fucking good for gamers. Because if you're a dude that loves Xbox, you can now buy a lot of the PlayStation stuff on PC, or wait a year and get a super cheap ass PS4, and it will still play Forbidden West.
Yeah, no,
it's
absolutely
great for us. It's amazing for us. But what the hell are they thinking for PS5?
It's the messaging that's the point.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them going out and making these statements, then, there's a deeper question here, and it goes back to what Blastroid was saying. There's a reason behind why they're doing this. You don't just make an express statement and then decide to make it cross-gen. It may sound really out there that they're not producing enough PlayStation 5s, but the writing's kind of been on the wall. We're hearing where there's smoke, there's fire, and there may be either a production issue. I mean, again, this is me guessing. I know it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but why your value proposition of the console went out and made an express statement, and you've done a U-turn. Why? Sony didn't need to do this. What would be the reason, Asa, if I were to ask you why they've done this all of a sudden last minute?
They haven't. They've not done it last minute. They've told us last minute. They haven't done it last minute. They haven't just re-engineered Horizon Forbidden West to work on the PlayStation 4 in the last couple of weeks because
ridiculous.
We don't know when Horizon Forbidden West is even coming out. When JT, when was that quote from Jim Ryan? I don't know if you can find the date for it, but
yeah, I can find that. What for the believe in generation
generational leap? Because if that's not that far away,
so this, so the headline of this Eurogamer article, which is where I pulled the quote from, is Sony says it has no interest in making its PS5 games compatible with PS4. They want to offer something that can really only be enjoyed on PS5.
What? Demon Souls remake?
Yeah, Sackboy. Oh no, wait, sorry, that's on PS4 as well.
When was that? When was that dated?
That was back in 29th of May. 29th of May.
That's pretty last minute. I don't know. May. Come on, man. And then they changed it in a few months. You don't make that statement in May and then change it in September.
I think you're being kind. I think their statements were just deceptive in the first place.
I agree. Yeah, they said what this, but this is beyond that. They've said one thing and then quite literally done another.
Twisted in the comment section actually makes a really good point. They will allow PS4 controllers tomorrow. You heard it here first. Like, hey, man.
Dude, yeah, with that PS Plus collection thing that they're doing, but you got to buy a PS5 with a PS5 controller for that. Although, to be fair, I don't. It's really rare for consoles to allow the previous consoles controllers to work.
I need to skip back on this trailer that's playing at the moment. There was an interesting little message at the start of the PS Plus collection thing, in terms of what they are.
Go on.
And it's getting. No, you have to wait. Right, it says PS4 and PS4 Pro captured footage shown as example of the PlayStation. Okay, so it's not. It doesn't actually reveal anything except that they haven't got any trailers of the PlayStation 5 version of these games.
This is why I'm thinking they're not going to be enhanced. They're just going to be running emulation because they're not. Why wouldn't you show
more likely? Yeah.
Why wouldn't you show if you have that? You'd be like, look how good Uncharted 4 looks on a PS5. Whereas they have shown that with Xbox stuff. They've shown like the Outer Worlds running on a Series S and it loaded in like 12 seconds instead of 50. And that game isn't optimized for that platform. So they've shown it, This is, by the way, this is the quote. This is the follow-up from Jim Ryan back in May. In our view, people should make games that can make the most out of these new features. Whether it's the DualSense controller, 3D audio, multiple ways that the SSD can be used, we are thinking that it's time to give the PlayStation community something new, something different that can really only be enjoyed on PlayStation 5.
Yo, man. Well, guys, I don't know what else to say. I'm just kind of like...
My mind is boggled.
I might have to record a video on this and write the script now because...
Oh, we'll just record your rant from earlier. I can't even remember what it was about. But...
yeah, I need to edit that.
The anger was so palpable that we lost the point.
That shit really annoys me. The way Sony navigates like that really pisses me off, and it's really come to like a head now.
It's really underhand, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's underhanded, really underhanded when it's so immediately after the show, man. He's like, who do you think you're treating us like shit? Almost, it feels like that because I really appreciate the disclosure. Everyone, the Sony fanboys will be so quick to attack Phil Spencer for no reason, to say that he's just a PR salesman. But, for a suit or whatever you want to call him. He's very like forthright. He'll tell you straight away. And they did that, and it hurt them in the fanboy circles in terms of the narrative and negative, narrative that they were building. But Sony, I mean, they barely interact. They barely speak to you. They have just off the back of the show, and you saw it here live that we're finding this out. That they don't want to admit that it's just so it's deception by omission. It really is, like you said. It's not cool. And so I just lose so much respect for Sony there. If you were forthright at the start, heck, I don't know, if you made a statement and said, look, we are now going to support cross-gen, it's saying the bloody show, man. It's just
why are you hiding that in a press release and not coming out and
deception?
saying it?
It's deception, and that's why I go back to what Blastroid said. I don't ask me to trust Sony now. Same Sony had Killzone 2 shown off and CGI. Same Sony that done this. So it's just like I don't trust anything. You lose trust when you start doing stuff like that. So yeah, it's a weird one, man. Makes for fun drama as far as gaming.
But I tell you what, though, man. If you own a PS4,
positive for gamers. It's positive.
If you own a PS4, you're really happy right now.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I can't wait to play Horizon Forbidden West and not have to pay £360 to do it.
I'm paying £360 just to shut the fans up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my PS4 Pro is ready to lift off. I'm looking forward to not having to use that.
There you go. Cross-gen doesn't matter because they know everybody wants to move on from these fans now they've got them in their house.
Because they've got a 747 jet engine on their desks. So yeah, I think that's really the summary of this. Is first of all, from the showcase tonight, there are so many games that I can't wait to play on my Xbox. I really feel strongly about that. But about this cross-gen thing, I don't. If the question is, did Sony do a good job selling PS5s tonight? I think
before you answer, look at these puddles.
Ray trace puddles.
Well, okay.
Can I say they're ray traced? They're definitely ray traced. You can see reflections.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
You can see reflections.
I mean, the people. What makes it ray tracing?
If you can see a reflection of something that's not on the screen, there's a high chance that that's a ray trace reflection.
Okay.
If you can see something that's on the screen, that can be estimated because it's already on the screen.
Yeah, that's a screen space reflection, right?
Yes. That's you use that as your go-to for the time being, and we'll.
You can use that as your safe word. But yeah, I think if the answer to that question is, did they do a good job selling PS5s tonight? I think it's a massive no.
I disagree with that because if you leave the core gaming circle noise and all that nonsense, ultimately the price is the big news here. And in terms of price, the PlayStation 5 is greatly priced. Not as great as the Xbox Series X and S because they're matching the price at best, 450 quid for what is a more powerful console, which is the Xbox Series X, and the Xbox Series S is just 100 quid cheaper than the cheapest PlayStation 5. But still, the digital version at 350 is a sick deal because it's not what the Xbox Series S is, which is a less powerful console. It's just missing the disc drive.
But the price is great.
But despite all that, we're all winners on price, and that's really good. That's really good. The Sony's like the fanboy war. I mean, the fanboy, we get engulfed in it because we're in the industry. You can't escape it. It's a loss. It's a big L for Sony because it's very similar, and it's because Sony themselves have been championing this narrative, and so have the fanboys that they believe in generational leap and don't believe in cross-gen. So that is a fat L. If you don't need to buy a PlayStation, I still think you still want a PlayStation 5. There's that SSD alone is going to be a big game changer.
I just don't know why. That's the price isn't selling something. That's what it costs to buy it.
Wait for the moment though when you've died for the 10th time against a Demon Souls boss and you're sitting there watching that loading screen and you're like, "Fuck, I might have beaten them by now." If I had a PlayStation 5, I might.
I played on PC. But yeah,
One thing I need to remind you though is Devil May Cry 5 4K 30 is one to watch out for. 4K 30 on Devil May Cry 5.
I'm telling you right now.
I'm wrong in saying that should not be 30 frames.
Yep, I'm telling you right now. You wait to see what Far Cry 6 Watch Dogs Legion Assassin's Creed Valhalla. What are you running on PS5?
4K 30. Thanks, Dark CMF, for reminding me that if that's 4K 60 on Series X.
No. Dark CMF is saying that it was 4K 60 on the One X.
Oh, really?
And
No way.
I don't know. I'm not doubting that he said it. It's not something that I can verify either.
It might not be the enhanced edition, but that's going to be a bit of.
That's my point. Is the price is great, but I think that's the cost of entry, not selling the platform.
Yo, man,
Right?
that kind of the power narrative is the one I'm really interested in. There's something that excites me. And then at 4K 30, oh my god.
Yeah.
Why?
Now it's like, what? Why would you? Because if the price is great, right? But it's still £360. What have they given us to go? Well, you better spend that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Xbox have done the same thing, to be fair. And don't say Gears Tactics, JT. What the fuck?
I hate that game so much. I love it. No, I've got plenty of other stuff on there. Plus, Game Pass.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's there's just I think this show did more. I actually am contradicting myself. I think it almost did a bit more damage than good. But ultimately, as we tear away the politics of it all, it's good based on the price. That's my opinion, but I agree with you, man. The performance thing is just ridiculous. 4K 30. I don't know why. And is that on the dev or is that on the hardware? I think you're going to see a lot more of that on PlayStation 5. The power.
Why do you think that? Why do you think you're going to see a lot of 4K 30 on PlayStation 5?
Just don't think the lack of CUs on the PlayStation 5 compared to the Xbox Series X is quite considerable.
It is, but I wouldn't anticipate that impacting the frame rate.
Well,
unless they push exactly the same feature set visually as the Series X.
Well, it's the 4K bit, the resolution.
So what about the Xbox Series S then? Are you expecting that to also be 30 frames a second if you're talking about the GPU grant and the number of CUs? Because Microsoft's saying the opposite. That's still going to be a 60 frames per second console.
Then that has no chance. If their PlayStation 5 is 4K 30, what chance does their Series S have?
But that's an if, though. That's your assumption that it's going to be, and I'm asking where that comes from, because the Series S, Microsoft are promising that it's going to have the same frame rate as the Series X, which means that the bottleneck, they're not expecting to be the graphics card, number of CUs, any of that. PlayStation 5 is very, very close. It's not quite as fast in terms of the CPU, and it's got this variable frequency that can dip it a little bit, but it should be hitting 60 frames if the Xbox Series S is.
But it's a fair point. Then the question is, why is Devil May Cry 4K 30? That's weird. And until we know,
if the Series S is at a quarter of resolution, then that's on the CPU side of things. Are you saying that shouldn't have a bearing on it?
I'm saying there's nothing to say that they can't drop the resolution a bit on the PlayStation if that's going to be what they need to do to hit 60 frames. If they were going to go to,
they've got performance mode, 1080 60.
Yeah, 1080 is dropping it way too much. That doesn't count. But generally, though, I don't see the PlayStation 5 as a console that can't hit 60 frames per second at 4K. There's questions around what happens when they introduce ray tracing, and that may be the same for Devil May Cry, because everything that we've seen on the PlayStation 5 with ray tracing has been 30 frames per second.
That's what we need. We need the comparison.
Gran Turismo.
We need the comparison with Xbox now, don't we? This is what I mean. When now that everything's out, we'll start to get like into the nitty gritty of like, Dirt 5 has been talking about its 120 frames per second mode, but is that at 1080p? We're going to get a really good flavor. I really want to know what Devil May Cry will run at on Xbox Series X.
That's a timed exclusive, or is that?
No, I think it's more platform.
Oh shit! That's gonna. Digital Foundry are gonna make so much money. Richard Ledbetter is gonna go in strip clubs.
Richard Ledbetter is gonna become like the new Hugh Hefner. He's just gonna blow up, isn't he? It's.
Lastroid says games that are GPU bound will benefit far more from me.
This is absolutely true that is the case, but it doesn't change the fact that I would be surprised if the PlayStation 5. No, I'm not going to say I'll be surprised, but I was just wondering about your reasoning why you think the PlayStation 5 is going to be 30 frames per second when actually it has hardware that's well capable of 60. And like I say, my theory on it or question is that so far we've not seen it doing ray tracing at a high frame rate. But besides that, it's got everything that it needs, particularly if you consider the Series S can do 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
You can't then say that the PlayStation 5 is more GPU bound than the Series S.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I mean, what? It's not just that it's going to struggle at 4K 30 alone. I'm thinking comparatively, you're going to see the X do better 4K 60 than
do better 4K 60. Yeah, I'd anticipate the X will have
more
the settings turned up effectively.
Uh-huh.
But they should have a pretty similar performance profile on most games. Just that the X will have.
Especially when you're. I think this becomes more interesting if you compare the PlayStation 5 with the disc edition, because it's the same power as the digital, right?
Yeah.
They've confirmed those two consoles are the same.
Disc drive, yeah.
So the disc drive one is a fairer comparison with Series X, isn't it? Because they're both disc-based consoles and they both have set stats.
Mm-hmm.
So while you could argue then, like, you know, if it's dynamic 4K at 60 frames on PS5, that's quite good for the price of the digital edition. But if you've paid for that disc tray and are side-by-siding that with an X, which can definitely do 4K 60, that's a very interesting value comparison, I think, between those two. And we'll have, again, you mentioned Digital Foundry. That's going to lead to some very interesting third-party articles, like Cyberpunk running on both.
The big one for me is even Spider-Man is it has its performance mode that's 4K 60, and that's even then we're a little bit vague on the wording there, so that will probably turn out to be 1080p as well. But Spider-Man has a performance mode for 60 frames a second, and it has a 4K 30 mode. And I think it'll be very interesting to see if the performance mode just disables ray tracing.
So this, okay, so guys, I mean, I know I've beat the drum by Xbox, but okay, the games on PlayStation are more expensive, the hardware's not as powerful, the games are cross-gen, and you can play them all on PC?
Not all of them on PC.
Especially not over the life of the console.
Yeah.
No, certainly not over the... But then that's the same with Xbox, isn't it?
There won't be that much. You'd expect there to be more on PlayStation. Over the life of the two consoles, there will be very little that's on Xbox that's not on PC, whereas the PlayStation will have its heavy hitters.
That's fair enough. But when you stack up those things, when you know, price of games, the cross-gen stuff, the lack
consoles
of power,
not just for launch.
Yeah,
it's for life, baby. It's like a puppy. I'm just really struggling with this. I think I actually agree with Gaz massively. I think this is done. Certainly, the fine print. You know, the DFS sale.
The post showcase.
That must end Sunday. You know, I think the post showcase information has done way more to damage the validity of buying a PS5 at launch.
Twitter's going to be a fun place, that's for sure. And GameOnDaily.com, join in the conversation. I'm sure the comments are going to be very interesting to read there. It's going to be fun. I really desperately want to film like a video now. I just have to write a script on.
I know what my tweet is going to be, by the way. Immediately after this, I'm just going to say, oh god, there's so many great games for me to play on my PS4.
On your PS4, yeah.
My PS4, yeah. There's so many great games for me to play on my PS4.
Mate, there were people who committed to that really vehemently against the cross.
It's generations, baby. Xbox holding it back, baby. You know, like
there's going to be so. You thought I had egg on my face, so you don't need to Photoshop that.
Get ready for an omelette. Like on like all the people talking about that. Like that argument goes away now.
Those little people in their war, they've been given like guns set to backfire by Sony there.
Well, you know that thing, like there's a clip of Family Guy where they said like bad guys that can't shoot straight, and it's like they're just going, man, these guys are elusive, and they're like shooting like this. Like that is effectively what they've now done. They've just completely subverted themselves. Like it's I'm fascinated. Fascinating night. What a
very fascinating. I'm glad it was all live with the people tuning in. Thank
you so much for having me on this, guys.
Yeah, no, thank you for joining us. It's been a very interesting one, and thank you guys in the chat. It's been we always saw a live. That's why we do live shows. The reactions are too good. It's just mad day. It's been over 3-4 hours of streaming. It's I need to get some rest.
Oh, before we go there, who's pre-ordering a PlayStation tomorrow?
I am. After all that.
Oh, why?
Oh yeah.
For what possible reason?
But I'm going to tweet Sony to let them know like I'm a bit frowny.
Yeah,
big frowny face. Yeah,
we'll call him out, but like Asa says, the consoles aren't just for launch. So yeah,
your games aren't as. This is what I'm going to say to my friend Burley, the guy I talked about earlier. The games aren't as powerful. The console's not. Sorry, the games aren't. The games are more expensive. The console's not as powerful, and they're on the PS4. And I'm pre-ordering day one.
I keep forgetting the price shit. You know what? I take it back. It's really fucked up, man. Prices for the games are bullshit. They're cross-gen, so your messaging is bullshit. You don't tell us on your show. That's bullshit. And I'm sure there's something else in there. Oh yeah, 4K 30 fucking Devil May Cry.
And the performance of the console.
Your most expensive, it's pricing. The most powerful console coming out next gen is the Xbox Series X, and your console is priced the same. So you better have some value proposition for it. And you don't have Xbox Game Pass. You've got this last minute botch up to try and bridge the gap, but we ain't falling for it, man. So
who's not already played those games?
Yeah,
well.
You know what? I might fall. Actually, no, none of those games actually compelling.
Battlefield 1 was in there. Like, not even the most recent Battlefield.
Isn't that the most recent Battlefield?
No, Battlefield 5 is the most recent Battlefield.
But bullshit. Yeah, no.
Meanwhile, on Game Pass, you get all of the EA Access games, EA Play games,
including Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
There's just. Why would you get? So yeah, you know what? I'm buying the PlayStation 5 because obviously I'm shit with my money, but it lasts more than launch. The PlayStation 5 would be a great console.
I think you know what? That's it. I'm reacting like that because I'm gonna get a PS5 at some point. Can't wait when that next Naughty Dog game, God of War, give it to me. I can't wait. Right? But my question is, why would you buy it now?
Yeah. So
I don't get
chat,
that.
Blastroid says he's buying it. Twister said nope. You're buying it. No, you're saying nope. JT, Asa, and me will probably buy it. We have to.
Twisted my arm like, oh, go on then.
Yeah, Jim Ryan's there like, I believe in generation.
Can you see the blue light on my head? Like, he's walked in the room.
If you turn up next week with a blue screen rather than a green screen, then we'll know it's a backdoor shady deals, baby.
Oh, Sony are used to this. Yeah, so yeah, very interesting show, guys. JT, again, thank you so much for joining us. Asa, thank you for everything. And me and you are in the same 2 guys, 1 cup. That sounds weird. Yeah, so yeah, thank you guys in the comment section for joining us. Blastroid says, Asa, look at Oculus Quest 2.
Of course, I'm all over anything VR, so I will be looking at it, but I do have my
XR2 VR chip available to pre-order. What the hell does that mean? But it sounds good. I like the Quest because it's wireless and it's mobile, so you can connect to your PC. But it's very expensive in the UK, where it's only $300 in the US, which sucks. But yeah, great show. I've been here in this studio for like a while, and I want to rush to make a video on the camera and then rush home to do some editing tomorrow. So thank you guys. It's been sexual.
Yeah,
I'm not back to like Harry Potter again, are we?
Right, just say this. I mean, if the only clip you clip out of that is please take that out. Please.
All right, guys. It's been absolute pleasure. Thank you guys.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Please like and subscribe. See you. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.